Ah, tú sabes cómo es la vida.
Oye, ¿qué es esto, man?
I don't know that ain't mine, bro.
Coronavirus. Coronavirus. All right. We're just running a quick test.
Somos unos par de come pinga.
Come mierda.
We don't know what we're doing, so if you're interested in getting a job and becoming our
Broadcast specialists.
yeah, we are looking for somebody who's looking to not get paid for a while. If you're interested.
Right now we're live and we have 0 people.
We can pay you coronavirus. We could pay you in coronas.
Con lo moco.
You just walk in y te hacemos, mira, che, te tocamos.
Oh, we got 2 people.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Eso es. Eso es. Eso es.
So yeah, guys, we're just running quick tests right now. Quick tests. I'm glad that people are joining. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Coño,
we're just building up this group, building up this show little by little.
All right. How do I invite people?
Good question. Good question. If you guys can hear us clearly right now, let me just write a quick comment real quick. Yes, I hear you clearly. And if it sounds right, just let us know.
Eso mismo.
Are you there?
I don't even
Are you there yet?
Is it
Got
gonna
6
pop up?
people.
Is it
Play
pop-
reggaeton, okay.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at me, looking at me. Looking at me, looking at me, looking at me, looking at me.
Louis!
Oh, we got
Oh,
Lou in
my.
the house.
Lou, let me tell you something, bro.
Espérate. Hey, Lou, for you.
That's right.
After that, all you hear is...
Oh, that's a good app.
Yeah, that's right. I like that shit.
Woohoo! All right.
All right.
Yo, invite your friends. Invite your friends. I guess this is working. We made a page to go into another page, into another page.
Estamos más complicados.
We're just all crazy here. But check it out, guys. Invite your friends. We're going to topic today about DJs. So invite all your DJ friends. Dale, huevo. What's up, Eddie?
No.
Oye, we're going to talk about DJs, bro.
Espérate, que está mi mujer ahí. Está aquí. Cuidado, no digas nada mal. Porque si me coge. Estoy jodido. Y me mete por el...
All right, Steve Simon, you're busy, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you. Take care, Steve Simon.
Peace.
Shit's gonna get real, though, just like coronavirus.
Shit's getting real. Oh, we got Hilda in the house. ¿Cómo?
Dianelli. Oye, no podíamos hablar de nada, man. Ya se jodió el show. Just kidding.
Está haciendo picadillo.
Estamos haciendo picadillo. Vanessa está haciendo picadillo.
Picadillo. Picadillo. It's a picadillo.
All right, guys. So tonight's show is going to be topicked based on DJs. We get to say anything we want about DJs. What up, Hilda? We get to just, go off and have a conversation. And I wish all the DJs, our friends, would come in here right now and have this conversation with us because you know what's up. You guys know what's up, man.
This is a journey
Into sound.
The finest ingredients are right in the mix. New color, new dimension, new value,
Yeah, come pinga,
and a new experience.
Shut up.
This is a journey.
Stop all, cojones. Decade in the house. What's up, bro?
What's up? We're going to be talking about Decade. We got
All
to talk
day.
about Decade.
All
Yo.
day. I'm going to talk about GorD.
Especially GorD. Yeah, the thing is that GorD doesn't know, but we watch him on Instagram. We watch him on the gram. Really? He's got his little DJ show. I got to ask him questions. I got questions for him. I got questions.
All right. So once again, guys, check it out. we're gonna base our show on DJing, and if in the comments,
Yeah, go ahead.
oh, there ain't no 6-pack, bro. This is one at a time. All right, guys. So if in the comments, all my DJ friends, we can have a real conversation about DJing. What up, Mercy? Mercy. God damn, I haven't seen you in a long ass time.
Decade in the house. What's up, bro? What's up?
Damn, that's un delay. That's tremendo delay.
Oh, yeah, sí.
All right, check it out, guys. I think we're gonna get it popping.
Almost.
When Hans could get his shit together, we'll figure it out. When Hans could get his shit show together, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so we're gonna have a different show every week. We're gonna go ahead and invite different people, and it's gonna be tremendo show. And you speak what you want, bro. None of that, proper stuff. You just say what it is, bro, and that's it.
I agree.
All right. So let's start it off, bro.
All right.
Cojones.
Hit him with the beat.
It's a skill, bro. It's a skill. You ready? This is how we do the skills.
El verde.
Oh, we're fucking badass, bro.
Bam.
Badass DJs. But
It's
if
the
you know
DJ Hans shit show.
do you remember that sample? If you remember that sample,
You're a bad motherfucker.
you're a bad, dope ass DJ. If you don't know that sample, you lost, player.
Oh, speaking of badass DJs, somebody I give full respect to is in here. Isn't a part of these DJs.
Sulaki enter. Oh, by the way, guys, I have a question.
Espérate, baja la música, que venga, eh.
Wait, can you guys hear that? Because I'm just wondering.
Can you hear the background music? Can you hear it? Let us know.
If you can hear the background music, let me know. That would be cool as hell.
We got Frank Lips in the house.
Frank Lips in the house?
Julio Soltek.
Dude, hold up. Where's Frank Lips?
Soltek.
All right, so I guess nobody heard the music.
Can nobody hear them? Well, I don't know. They haven't said if they heard it or not yet. How about that?
Okay, too loud. Too loud. Let's try it again.
We're gonna do this all over again. I right there. That's the magic spot.
All right, how about now?
It's the DJ Hans shit show. You saw how I did that, and it drops right into the.
Hecho de mierda.
Hablando mierda.
Frankie Lip in the house.
Well, we got Danny a Gagarian in the house. Remember this dude? Remember Danny? Did we fuck up his
Holy
four-wheelers?
shit.
No, that wasn't his four-wheeler.
No, hold on.
Danny a Gagarian.
Oye, un pedo, Hans no tira todo el día. Yes, it is, dude. What the fuck? Danny,
bro.
how are you, dude?
Yeah, man. I've run into
All right.
Danny at a couple of parties and stuff like that. Him and his family. He's got a whole family now.
All right, it's too loud, the music.
And which, by the way, he's a really good realtor. So just in case you're looking for a good realtor, that's my boy Danny in the house.
Danny used to live in the hood. I don't know if he still lives there, and not in the hood. You know what I mean? In our neighborhood.
Not like a broken down hood. In a good neighborhood.
But check this out, Danny. We used to go to his house after school and borrow his trike, bro.
And this other dude, what was his other dude? We fucked up his.
I don't remember.
We fucked up his bike.
Danny knows him too. I think we fucked up Danny's bike too, bro.
It might have been.
It might have been.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, he does mortgages. That's right. Hey, real estate mortgages. And you know what I mean, my man.
Yo, check this out. So one day me and Hans go to his house and we're like, yo, dude, I want to borrow your trike. And we got his trike. He's like, yeah, he never cared. And we borrowed his 3-wheeler. And we were just riding all over the place all day because me and Hans would skip school. And he was in school during the time that we were using his stuff.
That's why he does mortgages. And here
That's
we
why
are.
he does mortgages. And we're just sitting here like,
Come on.
tú come
No,
piñas. But check it out, man. Check it out. So Bernie was the dude's name. I don't know whose trike it was, but I remember one day me and Hans were riding down my dirt road on 28th Street.
In the back of his house.
On the back of my house, and it was all dirt road.
And and a lot of like
what up,
just
Alex?
heavy grass and shit.
Heavy grass, and some guy dumped a couch, and we were riding out in the night still. And bro, we crashed right into that. We did like a
no. But before you
bro,
even get there,
crazy.
before we're like watching through the front light that's flickering as we're moving through the fucking road. And I'm holding on to fucking panic like for dear life. And we both see what looks like a fucking something big. And he's like, no, that's a box. It's like a fucking empty box in the middle of the fucking... No, it was a couch.
It was a couch, and we ran right
And
dead
that's
into
when
it.
I knew how to fly.
And we flied. We got hurt.
I got a fever from that shit.
What up, Hector?
Shout out to Hector. We got Alex Tattoo in the house.
Yo.
Yo.
So anyway, we flew. And to make a long story short, we
fucked up
flew.
his fork.
We got all messed up. And then we had to return the shit to Danny or to...
With a fork like Coroaba.
And the forks were like all crooked. And we were like, damn, what are we going to say? Bro, straight up, we just crashed it, man. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, man. If we didn't say sorry then, sorry now.
Back then we would have been like, it wasn't our fault.
I don't know what the fuck it was. Shouldn't have put the couch there. What's up, Yatu? Hey, we got infamous DJ Yatu. Si alguien ha visto teta en su vida, that's been Yatu.
Ya tú sabes.
Yatu. And he's a hell of a podcaster too. He does filming and broadcasting and all that good shit. And Mr. Mario Canal, a disco bad motherfucking DJ. Actually, he plays everything, but motherfucker can sport the disco mixes. And since we're talking about the whole DJ, today's gonna be mainly about DJ stuff, but not only DJ stuff. We're gonna be all over ranting anything and everything. But in some of the cases, we're gonna be talking about some stuff. And as a matter of fact, Mario, he knows that we were going over some DJ intros and outros from a guy, by the way, another DJ that I haven't known before, but I happen to be that he was on my list of guys, DJs. Freddie Green, Freddie G. And that's the one I was listening to earlier, you know, the intros and stuff. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, yeah, if we could get Freddie in the house, he could give back some feedback or maybe give us some more intel on, you know, what he does.
And also, guys, you know, people might be thinking, like, who the hell is Panos and Hans to be talking about anything about music or DJing? Just to give you a quick background, most of you know us, but yeah, man, we've been at it all. We have a group of friends. All our friends are DJs. We're not, you know, here talking shit about people for no reason or talking good about people for no reason. We've been in the business for over 30 years. Radio broadcasts, live broadcasts,
Studio work,
Pepsi, Cola DJs, Mountain Dew DJs, Red Bull DJs. I mean, we've done it all, dude. Everything you can imagine, we've done it. So, and from the smallest gigs to the highest gigs, I think we're someone for over 30 years that we could talk shit about DJs for show.
For show. How would Lico say it? For show.
For show. Oh no, that was...
No, who was that?
That was PJ.
PJ. Oh,
For show.
Damn, talk about Mountain Dew.
Bro,
that was back
crazy.
in the day. That was one of our homies.
That is crazy.
God damn.
So you got like let's get into some different DJs, different styles, kind of talk here. Yeah, come on, I just put it right here. Come on, homeboy.
All right.
Oh, DJ Yatu Sabe says we gotta respect the old school DJs.
Yeah, listen, hey, one thing about
I'll be honest with you, some of them.
here's what. Okay, look. I'm gonna say something, and I know I'm not gonna make everybody happy, but this is why it's called the shit show para pinga. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. And you know, you could. I will open these doors widely. So you got something that you know about me that you think sucks. Hey man, bring it on. It's it's all good. I'd love to master my trade and I know my limits. And, you know, I know that I can do pretty good, but I'm sure that there's a lot of areas that, you know,
Andy,
I can do better at. So, yeah. What's up, Tropical? So, you know, one thing about the classic DJs, and, you know, I know that there's, I like to almost say that there's maybe one or two different styles of classic DJs. They're the ones that don't look at time as this is what I used to do and this is how it used to be, and I don't fucking change for anybody. And yeah, you were a great DJ then, but you kind of like got stuck within a genre or the time, and that's not what DJing has ever been about. DJing's been about progression, about learning, about the future, about when new shit has come out, you learn that shit, you make it better, you push the envelope on styles. It didn't start, Red Alert, wasn't scratching because he thought it was a fucking cool sound. He was trying to create something new. Those are the things that you were trying to do back in the day, and new DJs started coming up with the cutting and the, mixing breaks together and those things. If not, the DJ would have just been a guy who plays a song and then plays another song, and he was just playing a better song, than the other DJ to be better.
Music selection.
Yeah, and that, that's not what we consider a DJ. It's an art form, and you want to create and be better and better and better. You want to take somebody's style and maybe do something different with it, or perfect it, whatever the case. That's what you want to do, but you don't want to get stuck.
That's right, Eddie.
And a lot of guys get stuck. And I'm saying, I know too many that have gotten stuck. Maybe, they moved on and they got a controller after fucking 20 years of complaining, and the whole thing, because yes, they still have their turntables. God bless you for having your turntables and all that beautiful
That's
shit.
awesome.
Awesome. But at the same time, you should learn all the other crafts, and that's how you move forward. That's how you progress in the business. Believe it or not, I've been stuck in a situation where by not knowing how to handle new equipment, I might have lost a gig here or there. And I'm talking about in a big name nightclub situation, and this is a fact, so I'm speaking from the heart. And you got to know that if you're not on top of your shit and your gear and your equipment all together, and your music and how the crowd moves and who's going where and doing what, the whole thing, you're falling apart and you're just going to become a dinosaur. So understand that. So that brings me to the other DJ, the DJ who moves forward, who's always looking at the new equipment, who's YouTubing all fucking day, trying to find out what shit came out or how to work it, and is relentless. That guy, that's the guy I respect. That's the guy who has no fun, no excuses. Just sees it, does it, moves forward, and says, yeah, I got this. Or, nah, that wasn't my thing, but I'm going to see what's next. And that's the kind of guy or girl I respect and I look up to. Yeah. And that's the thing. And speaking about female DJs, I love the fact that they move forward, they've grown, and now it's not even about females. It's about females, it's about kids, it's about old people, it's about anybody could be a fucking DJ. But not everybody can be a fucking good DJ.
But here's the problem. Anybody could be a DJ, yes. Anybody could be a DJ, yes. That is 100% correct. But come on, man. Don't use popularity. Don't use all kinds of this crazy shit that's going on these days. Have a real talent. If you have a real talent, then go ahead and become a DJ. Don't, that's another topic. That's a whole nother topic we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, we're going to move on to that one a little later because we got some brands and names to crush.
I'm going to crush you guys. I'm going to crush you. And you know what? Me sitting here right now, I can tell you, I'm not a famous
I could crush this
DJ.
motherfucker. I could talk about this motherfucker, and I know his goods and bads, and he's got a lot of greats and bads, and, we're going to probably go off on those too. So maybe we'll go back and forth on each other.
No. And listen, we're going to go, where's your...
Oh, no. It's like,
we don't got all that. We're just like this, like...
Oh, right. Yeah.
But first, before we do that, guys...
We need some strip club music.
I ran out of something.
Oh, yeah?
I ran out of something.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's see what happens now. Let's see if this works. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hey. Who are we talking to right now?
We're talking to my girl, Vanessa. Oye, Vanessa, por favor, tráeme una cerveza.
That's
the only reason why you're calling me?
Te estoy llamando para que me traiga una cerveza.
Hey, hop.
I thought you were calling me to ask me a question.
Hop to it.
Hop to it, girl.
Hop to it.
Come on, bring it.
Bring it. And do us a favor. Can you bring it in a coaster, kind of like on your hand? Make it look good. Make it look good. And then it'll do a little kuching.
Oh, she hung up on me. Goddamn.
Marico de mierda.
All right, guys. So check it out. Check it out. So, oh, there. Party pack in the house. Party pack.
Oh,
she's all excited.
He's not even. He's
Maurice.
My boy Maurice.
And we want to give a big thank
He
you.
should be on. What? I'm there like.
We want to thank one of our new sponsors, Zyrtec, but the one that's generic.
Yeah, because Hans has his sniffles.
I'm allergic to cats and shit like that, and I got so if you see me sniffling and all acting crazy, it's it's not a coke addiction. Bad habit.
Coronavirus.
Esa mierda.
Why don't you display your toy?
Oh, Vanessa, Louis says to make them hot tea.
Yeah.
A hot tea? Oh, look, how do you play this?
It's something about a tea bag.
No, that's not gonna work like
It's not
that.
gonna work?
Oh yeah, I got into toys.
Hello?
Yeah,
He
DJ
starts,
Panic, by the way, on
moving and
weekends,
stuff.
he makes little boys jump into his van with new toys.
No, he's
Ven
got
aquí,
no
niñito.
toy. Look at that. Are we promoting it?
So yeah,
Oh,
if you're
look at
into toys, ya tú sabes.
You fucking cockroach.
Oh my, that's dope right there.
How did you say that again?
Blackface.
Say it again. You fucking what?
Cockroach.
All right.
Toodles.
So let's start it off. Let's start it off with that list of different genres and styles.
All right. First of all, let's and by the way, everybody, as you're listening to the show, don't forget to invite people, make your own watch parties, push this show so we can make it bigger and better every day. We need it to grow and blow up. We're gonna keep doing this, and we're gonna be inviting a lot of you guys, that we know that are in the business for whatever type of business. I know I want to be talking to GorD about drugs and shit, so not the legal kind and stuff. Don't calm down, people. And I got other friends that I want to invite. Some of us, are in different businesses and shit that I want to learn about and speak about. So we're gonna be doing this a lot. And like I said, invite your friends, share, like, join the group, join the YouTube and the whole thing. And if you want to sponsor us, hey.
Yes.
So speaking of the first topic, here we go. And once again, if you want to talk about the topic, join the topic. Chat it up. Don't hold back. Let us know how you feel.
Andy
Coño.
Oquendo.
Andy
Oquendo.
It says that there, but you say DJ Tropical.
DJ Tropical. DJ.
Don't forget that.
Tropical.
Andy, listen, you're going to be our definite first sponsor, so I promise you that. As a matter of fact, mañana te voy a llamar. No, mañana no, tomorrow Saturday. Tomorrow you're hanging with the family. Monday, I will call you. So here we go.
And they bring the cigars.
So the first topic is going to be different DJs and the different styles. And we're going to go over each kind of like, not every style because there's so many.
Oh, God, we'll be here
Listen,
all night.
As a matter of fact, I jumped on this website that teaches DJs how to become DJs. And they have a list of styles. And if I fucking tell you, mixing techniques, I have I'm sorry, I know you could see that.
God damn.
Yeah.
That should all just come natural.
Fuck all this shit. Listen, mixing techniques, it's not about a fucking book and breaking down 100,000 different styles. They're all basically a common knowledge of who we are as DJs. And there's simple DJs, there's complicated DJs, there's DJs who, follow the rules, there's DJs, that mix. Yeah, go ahead. You want to take a look at that? It's fucked up. Just like starting off with like the house DJ. Let's go into the house DJ. The house DJ basically is a guy who spins in a very simple way, nothing too complicated. You extend your mixes within the breaks, or you can make your own break because a lot of these songs have long intros, long outros. You can play these songs for a long time together. If you go to real clubs or the Miami underground kind of scene and stuff like, with the Oscar G's, just to name somebody that we all know and love, you will hear that some of these beats will run into each other for long fucking moments. And if you're drugged up and shit like that or whatever the case, you're going to really and understand. And I'm, open to making you understand something. It has a lot to do with that too. And, you got to understand that within that, when you're mixing these tracks, you're extending and blending beats and you're making them sound so good together that you forget where one starts and the other one ends. That's house mixing to a nightclub scene where you're in there. You're gonna do a set that's like 3-4 hours long minimum. So you're giving them a journey. It's extended. You're not in a fucking hurry. You're not mixing every 2 minutes. You are playing tracks, but you're sometimes playing pieces of tracks, not full tracks, but you're always extending, and everything feels like a long flow. And there's going to be builds. There's going to be moments that are just more on a simple level and stuff like that. But that's the house DJ. The house DJ doesn't fucking really fall off beat or have a little pra pra pra.
Sometimes they do.
It'll happen.
But that's when you know they're real.
Yeah, and that kind of brings you to a reality. That's a little hand switch that went wrong, or you know, your head got caught up with all the beats and everything. Shit happens. Oh, big shout out to my boy DJ George Jets. He is my original producer of the show, by the way. He is the man that got me started on this idea. So yeah, big shout out to George. Another DJ who loves to play house and is very good at it. Somebody who I've always known to play when he does his house set and extend his beats and stuff is GorD. Huh?
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
It's in the blood.
And that's very true. So that's, your house DJ. It's somebody, a more patient DJ. People tend to think of house as the easier route because the beats are simpler. The beats are, electronically made. And you're not going to fuck up a 1-2, 1-2, it's or the 4 on the floor kind of, as I think GorD likes to call it, and stuff like that. So all that being said, it's not that it's simpler. It's just you get more creative. You have to know your flow. You have to understand, how the journey goes and the whole thing.
Lewis says he fucks up on purpose so they know it's live.
Yeah.
Girl.
Shout out to Party Pack again.
What? Party Pack in the house.
As a matter of fact, if you become one of our sponsors and you send her a t-shirt, she's going to keep walking back and forth every once in a while. Promoting shit just like that. So, yeah, send us your t-shirt.
Hey, that truly did it. That Bon and Vim, they didn't pay us.
Well, I'm not showing it. It's turned around. Like you said it. It's turned around.
All right, so then I'm going to jump into another kind of DJ.
Really quickly, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
The house DJs, I respect them. There's some really good ones. And it's not about picking your BPM top 100 songs. It's about who you are, what you feel.
Yeah.
And, like everybody can play the same songs. Everybody can play the same songs all day, the top 100 BPM hits. And what's the difference between me and someone else playing the same exact songs? You know what it is? It's popularity. It's popularity, and it to me, doesn't make you a real DJ. But I just want to read something off of this list that Hans showed me here, bro. Because this is a DJ school, and I used to have one. And I taught a lot of people how to DJ. But check this out. I never had something like this in my life.
You shouldn't.
Bro. Number 1, acapellas. 3-deck mixing. Who the fuck mixes 3 fucking acapellas on 3 decks, bro? I mean...
Well, no, I will break it down, and maybe you're seeing it differently.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, a lot of these guys do finger drumming, and they'll have acapellas, so they'll have like one verse from this, and then drop in a little piece of another verse from another acapella, and then another acapella. So they're mashing up 3 acapellas on top of a single beat and stuff like that. And I get it. Here's the thing. Within what's now happening with controllers and the availability of buttons, with sampler, looping, running Ableton on top of shit, and other samplers and stuff like that, you could get creative. You could do all those things. And I get that. But I don't drop that into and this specific, because it could be a 1 acapella, 2 acapella, 3. It could be fucking 10.
You just gotta know, bro.
The whole point is, what does it sound good? Does your finger drumming create a style that sounded perfect for that night? Because you could be a DJ and all of a sudden start dropping in all these different acapellas and scratching and doing this, and then you took a house concept where everybody was, when you're a house and when you're in a club like space in the simple sense, You know that you want to hear that DJ that plays those extended cool beats and songs that you're like, fuck, I've never heard this, or I've never heard this like that. It's not about that quick shit and moving fast. A guy like, for example, CRAZE or any of these battle style DJs and stuff like that.
That's not gonna happen.
That's only showmanship. That's something that moves very quickly. That's something for the ADD. You could do that in a setting where there's gonna be a lot of DJs.
ADD.
Yeah, you know, and stuff like that, where you're moving quickly and listen, I fucking props to those guys because they have that ability like a drummer does, where you're moving one foot and a hand and 3 different things at the same time.
Yeah.
That shit is only for certain people that are good at that, and if you're great at that, that's awesome. And it's great for showing your YouTube videos of a 10-minute set. Sometimes even they go off for a whole hour. Now those things are programmed. Don't think that if you're not a DJ and you're in here, don't think that guy went off and created that hour set of fucking perfection in one day. He practiced that set for a long fucking time.
Pre-planned.
He did it a million times wrong. He changed things on the list. He wrote things down. He had a list of songs as they were going to go and what BPMs and what movements they were going to do. He also grabs a bunch of those tracks and puts them into one track, so he doesn't have to be searching for music, where basically one track on one side, another track on the other side is going to have a bunch of like 50 songs, and they're just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and he's basically not even going to touch the BPMs, or he might just nudge something because he needs it. It was off by whatever, and he's just nudging and shit like that. But beyond that,
it's like preparing for a battle in the 80s or 90s.
It's preparing for war altogether. You're sitting there and you got a whole big fucking show of things, and that's beautiful because I personally can't do that shit. I don't have the fucking patience.
Cito Reyena's in the house.
Did you call him? Cito, he just called you Reyena.
Bro, sorry, dude.
He's got fucking one beer in and he's already fucking up people's names.
Damn.
What's up, Cito? Look,
my bro Cito.
Let's talk about Cito.
All right, let's talk about
Cito. Now that we got Cito in the house. Legendary. Listen, when I say legendary, I fucking mean it. I love fucking Cito. You know, he's a great DJ. Somebody who made me consider being a DJ back in my day. I was young as fuck, and I would hear the Casanova mixes and him live on the radio stations, back and forth. And when I would hear Cito play, the thing that would make me consider Cito was his take on the track he would play. He wouldn't play your regular. If it was
play the dub side,
IOU, he would give you a bit of the dub, and then he maybe will go into the original track. Or he would have something maybe that nobody else fucking had.
Yeah.
And that was something that felt like, oh shit, I'm hearing a club DJ play music. I'm hearing what it would sound like in a nightclub, not knowing what a nightclub would sound like, but I knew it was something above and beyond, because he would take a track and then he would also play you that B-side, that dub.
That's the important part, man.
Extended version that wasn't the typical. And, he would play a song that was never going to ever be played on the radio.
Yeah.
And that to me was amazing, because I would record all those fucking sets. And I'm not going to lie to you, Cito. If you went off beat back in the day or your mixing kind of sucked or something, I was a young kid and it all sounded fucking amazing. It sounded fucking amazing. So I'm not going to go into mix quality. I know you're a great DJ and you mix on beat, and, we don't have to worry about any of that. You have great selection. One of the greatest things about you is you know what people want. You've given them that sound and stuff like that. I've heard you still even, way later in your game, and you haven't lost your skill in the mixing and choosing of music for your crowd. So big ups to that.
Big ups to Cito.
Now, motherfucker, you play long ass tracks.
Yeah, man. Cut them down, bro. Edit them.
And sometimes
like, this shit is 7 minutes long, bro.
No, and
break it down.
And then but sometimes not fucking around. You got a crowd, you got a certain crowd, and sometimes I feel like I'm like the youngest person in the fucking room because I'm like, God damn, I never heard that song, but I don't think he was that much older in the case of music, and sometimes I hear some track and I'm like, damn, he's playing music for dinosaurs that are dead already. So,
well, he has his crowd,
and he has his crowd, so
he has
no
his
doubt,
following.
No doubt.
Cito's a good DJ. No disrespect, man. Just edit your tracks.
Shorten them down, because goddamn, they
get rid of those middle breaks. Get the middle breaks.
And that's just coming from two fucking idiots that don't know shit. So
exactly.
Once again, we love you. Let me see, George Jett. Fuck you and your trolling.
Yo, George Jett, bro. George Jett is a cool ass dude, man. The last time I saw George Jett was in South Miami, bro.
What?
Yeah, he was eating some shit at Irish Times.
Calamari.
Something like that, man. That's the last time I saw him. That's a long time ago.
As a matter of fact, you know what? Somebody throw me a DJ name on the chat. And if I know that person and if I've heard that person enough, I will dissect them a little bit.
Ooh,
I want to dissect their style. Let me see what Alex has to say. Disco people want a long... And yes, Alex, which is DJ Tattoo. You're right. They do like that extended cut. And
Why?
I am a DJ. I love to hear extended cuts to a certain level.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just feel that there's songs that unless they're changing up into something, I don't know. I could do with 2 or 3 minutes less of that actual track still. I knew that George was going to say...
Grandmaster Flash.
You know what, George? Since you said decade, I'm not going to do decade yet. I'm going to save decade for the middle end or the end of the show. That's going to be the...
the sound effect one.
We love Decade, by the way. And I don't even know where he's at.
All right, so guys, check this out. If you are, let's say, Carlos said Grandmaster Flash.
All right.
Let's talk about a hip-hop DJ, because I want to tell you guys something. I can DJ, or we can DJ, and a lot of our friends can DJ any style of music. Because we're
really all pretty much
matter.
Open format, even if we don't push it that way.
We don't push it that way. Sometimes we'll do a house night. Sometimes we'll do a hip hop night. Sometimes we'll do a loungy night. Sometimes, if you can adapt to anything, if you can adapt to being any style of DJ, but do it the right way, then that's a great thing. It's not good for your promotion personally.
No.
It sucks. But you always have work. So while that house music DJ is only pushing house music, that's all I do. He
has a better chance of making it in that sense.
Correct.
Yes.
But if you don't only push yourself as a house music DJ and you do everything, you always have work, bro.
It's a balance. Here's the thing.
You always have work.
You have the pros and cons, and as an open format DJ, your pros are you're going to have a lot more work. Especially if you're a good open format DJ. If you just go straight house or straight break beats or straight just hip hop or old school hip hop, you might be limited, but you also build a certain brand that's stronger, that will become a thing where your listeners, your viewers, your patrons, everybody that goes to see you knows exactly what they're gonna get, and that sometimes can build you a better follower.
Oh, dude, Alex says you should have seen me at the Uncle Luke show. Dude, I walked in there. I walked into the Uncle Luke show all like, yeah, I'm the shit, man. I'm up in here. Bro, it was hilarious. The smog in there was insane. I don't smoke, bro. I smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything else. But I walked in there, bro, and I was like, oh, what's going on, dude? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, told all my friends, yo, I got to go to the bathroom. And there was like one bathroom and a line of 30 people. And I was smelling all this weed the whole time. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. And I had to pee so bad. I went to pee. By the time I got out of the bathroom at the Uncle Luke show, I told my nephew, Alex, I was like, yo, dude, I'm starving. I'm hungry. I just want to get the
I want some
fuck
fucking
out of
pancakes.
Here. I'm done. I can't take it no more. And I'm not gonna get another beer because if I do, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off that I gotta wait in a line for 30 people again because there was only one stall in this place. Bro, it drove me nuts. And then I was high and I got high.
And let
off
me
the
ask you a
second
question:
hand
when
food.
you were peeing, did you all of a sudden like have Luke next to you going, "Don't stop, get it"?
No, Luke wasn't there. Yo, dude, Alex, I was like, yes, man. I was like, let's go to Checkers. I ordered all kinds of shit, and that's the club life, man. The club life is like that, bro.
Hey yo, Alex, are you know Nate?
What?
Are you know Nate? Are you know Nate? All right, that's an inside joke.
So anyway, the hip hop DJ.
All right, going back to the hip hop DJ, and as a matter of fact, let's go back into one in particular where they mentioned. What was his name? Come on.
Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash.
There you go. Oh, I ain't that zooted yet.
All right, Grandmaster
Hold up.
Flash. Bam. Grandmaster Flash, ultimate pioneer. The guy took 2 turntables, not Technique 1200s.
And a wick of money.
They were the older techniques, the shittier ones with the no pitch, where we were fucking pushing the song along, and that's how it got started. So Grandmaster Flash, we're talking about a guy who had to take breaks and use them for the rapper. He was basically figuring out how to give these guys entertainment, letting them like, okay, this guy's gonna be talking shit on the, I can't be putting a bunch of words. So the guy took his time into figuring out what songs can I grab and purchase that have a good long ass break and put it together. And it wasn't his original idea, by the way. So if if you know the history, there were other guys way before him. I think Cool Herc and all those other guys.
Learn the history of hip hop. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck up a bunch of names and shit like that. But yeah, it's on Netflix, or it was on Netflix. But if you look at that, these guys were just trying to get the MC known. They weren't thinking DJ. They were thinking the MC's going to get out there and he's going to do the hype show and you got to give him music. So they were creating and finding all these different break beats. And man, thank God for fucking James Brown to begin with.
Stop your feet.
He gave him fucking breakdowns because that motherfucker was like,
He was raw.
like I will say he was like the guy from The Doors when he would go off on a fucking tantrum and shit like that, and they needed to extend that fucking song. They would just let that motherfucker ride. James Brown would be all dancing and shit and probably picking up bitches, and they'd be like, keep the beat going. And that made
Drain Yella.
the breaks that extended and created shit. And, they took them to the studio that back then, and they would make songs with breaks. Now, talk about music being different. There is no such thing as a motherfucking break anymore. Give me a song today that has a break, that they turned the moment of a break into an art form where they said, you know what, let's give them something fucking cool when we're not singing a chorus or a lead or something, No, doesn't fucking exist. There's a sample on top of everything, so that even if you would think that was a break, it wasn't really a break. It was just another fucking part of the song, but with no actual break. So nowadays, what you look for in a break is an intro or an outro. And that's what you got. And if you want a fucking break, you're going to create one, or you're going to fall into what we call shorter mixed tracks, where you actually set your track and you know that song's awesome, and sorry P. Diddy, you're not gonna do your final rap because we're gonna cut you off early, because if we wait till the end we're gonna lose the crowd. So that's when you create your own
ADD
fucking break,
out there
or you drop an intro into the mid chorus and you cut the fuck out of that.
And that's something I want to touch up on,
which, by the way, brings you to the fact that most of the songs that you know today, unless you're listening to them in the radio, if you hear them from a DJ, you're only going to hear first and second verse. And that's the fucking it. Sometimes if I go past that, I go, oh, damn, I forgot that song had all that shit going on in there. It'd be great if I could, one day start from the end.
Yeah. There's songs that I don't even know, past the half.
That's
what happened?
Because if you take it, there's a song by Drake and Future. That ending with Future is fucking amazing. And some DJ fucking figured out that, hey, you know what? Fuck,
Let's edit it.
Let's edit it. Put the future part
Exactly.
in. Because, fuck, you know, I feel bad for anybody who's rapping after 2.5 minutes. That's it.
Dude, listen. I think that, personally, I used to do it many years ago, and I think that it still works today, actually.
By the way, shout out to Jesse Lopez in the house.
Jesse Lopez.
My brother.
Oye, I think that you should edit your music, bro, no matter, like, if you don't have time, and, like, I'm talking about a serious DJ-only kind of person. And that you got to go work, and you're going to work for 8 hours and go home and spend another 5 hours editing music. No, if you only want to be a DJ,
that's
and
it.
You're
that's your
straight up
sole
DJ.
thing.
I think that you should edit all of your music to your style, the way you do it.
Agreed.
I used to fucking do that shit all the time.
I still do.
You still do?
I still do.
Dude, I want to hear this
Not
song.
every song. Here's the thing. So there's some songs you don't need to touch. But there's songs that from the get-go you hear them, and you know they're going to be a hit. But you know that they need a touch-up. They need a change. They need something that's going to make you ride through it better. And that's going to bring up subject or topic.
Another one.
That, well, you know what? That I don't mind jumping into right now. Intros, outros.
Oh, yeah, dude. Intros and outros.
And way you mix tracks and stuff like that. Look, you know, I know DJs that I've sat down and I've heard them, you know, they've invited me. I sat in the booth and I hear them mix. And they'll take the song. It starts, you know, and then let's go into the first mix. As soon as they get to the end of the song, which is not that long because these songs are shorter each day.
Yeah, like 3
so you're 3
minutes.
minutes in exactly,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you got that final beat, which might still have a little bit of bass line, and then it goes into another final beat. They mix in that empty ass intro beat into that empty ass outro beat, and what I'm listening to is about a minute of nonsense, of nothing,
Of just beats.
of beats that, you know, listen, I'm sorry.
Well,
Anybody
you know why
hears
they
you?
do that?
Yeah, because that's safe.
No, it's safe, and also because everybody nowadays has like 10,000 drops, and it's DJ Panos in the mix.
And listen, God damn it.
God damn, stop doing that shit, bro.
Nah, you know, whatever, you know.
Do it once in a blue moon, please.
But in the overall sense, don't fucking do that. If
Yeah.
you're mixing intros with outros and outros with intros and shit like that, get the fuck out of the game now because you're fucking boring everybody. Not just me, the DJ, you're boring everybody. You should be considering that you got to mix play with things. You got to know that there's a good part of a song that you could mix with another good part of another song, or if not, create that intro that's going to make it a little more interesting, and then have a hot, you know, jump into another part of the track that you know is going to then go take you to a good part. Or if you got a Michael Jackson song, it's going to go into some empty part. Skip right over that shit. Make it loop out of that, or click the fuck hot start out of that. But move on from those empty ass waits because you want to get to that beat that's perfect for you to mix. No, then find another song with maybe a little less of music that has a better intro and put it on that busy ass track that's still going crazy
And learn how to do
and
it.
fade it in where you know it's going to sound right, where that next track enters and it's already hot. It's not just, and I'm talking, that's more towards the open format DJ, towards the mixes. I'm not talking about house.
But what if you do it with house? I think it'll fucking work.
What, intros and outros?
No.
No.
Going from hot to hot.
Then you
all
sound
day.
like a mashup house mix. And I'm
So
sorry.
what?
Yeah, no. Okay, that's all cool.
You know.
Whenever you're doing aerobics mixes and shit like that for people that are fucking that they need that energy. Yeah, the fucking and it goes into holiday, and then next thing you know, it goes into boom boom and the beat goes. You know, it's like, you know, I get those mixes. They're fun to listen to, but it's not what I consider a great mix. That, you know, yes, there's places where you need that, where you're in a situation where you need to go into those high energy mixes that they don't stop dropping samples and loops and Pitbull in the middle, and then out of Pitbull into fucking
that's
some
all
reggae
day, bro.
song really fast, and then it slows down, and then it picks back up, and you're like fucking all over the place. And I'm not gonna lie, if you do that and you have a mediocre a crowd that doesn't go out as often, that they just really go for drinking and they're
They
white
love
and
it.
they don't dance that much and everything. They fucking go crazy over that shit. That's not a house crowd. That's not the crowd that, goes into a good listening set and they want the journey, and most likely they're not on drugs. So, if they're
you
just...
need a journey for house.
Yeah, for house.
But we're back
need
into
to-
house music. We were talking about hip hop.
Yeah, we were talking about hip hop and we jumped around. Yeah, we have...
But check this out. There's a thing. There's a thing with hip hop and with any kind of music, and I'm going to leave house a little bit outside. But it's called timing. Timing, man, timing. No intros, no outros. It's called timing. Beat counts, choruses, the basics of producing music. If you can put all those things together and not wait for an intro or an outro, if you can loop and create your own...
Or EQ out the heavy sounds of that
something.
busier song, or create some sort of effect that cuts out that sound, muffles it, or something. You're now creating. You're making your own sound.
Your own drop, your own... Not drop, sorry. Your own break. You're making your own
by
break.
all means, please follow the count. Those
Yes.
counts count. Don't put it in between a count.
Dude,
And give me the intro jumps in a little early, and
no,
stuff like that.
make it right. Listen, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I know a lot of
Big shout out to
DJs.
Lisette.
What up, Lizzie? I know a lot of DJs, bro. Old and new. They cannot do this right. Like, for an example, if you want to go from one song to the next, and you have... And me, Hans, Lewis, GorD, we used to do this as kids, man, on turntables.
Yeah.
Not on a computer, on turntables, on 4 turntables, on 6 turntables, on 8 turntables.
Yeah, we used to get all our shit
Records.
together and not only do it at home, we used to do it in front
Live.
of the movie theater. We used to do battles. Listen, none of that shit's going to ever come back. So
It'll never come back. But the point of the story of that is that I just want to mention that you can create your own break, your own cut, your own... If you can follow the melody of the music, the chorus of the music, there's people, new DJs out there. If they can't look at the screen and see that the red and the green, they don't know what the fuck they're doing because they don't know the song. You have to learn the song.
Yes.
If you want to be a DJ, learn the song. You have to know the song. You have to know where to throw it in. You have to know
all right,
what the
but
right
I got a
time.
question for you. What if you don't know the song? What if you just bought, your Beatport fucking, $30 worth of music,
If you don't know it.
and you don't know the song, but yeah, I mean, you listen to the snippets and you're like, fucking love this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, and you got 30 new songs that you fucking want to play that night, but you just didn't have time
To hear them.
and you're gonna throw them into your fucking amazing set where
Right.
people are gonna be like, yeah, that good house set.
I have your answer.
Go for it.
The answer is that
See if this motherfucker knows this shit.
you, as a DJ, listen, man, you don't look at a screen. You don't feel a count of beat or it's all here, man. You born with this shit.
Thank you.
You're born with this shit. Like, if you cannot DJ 2 songs and mix them together that you never heard in your life, you just fucked up. You're not a DJ, bro.
Here's the thing. Take the song
timing,
that you're
man.
about to hear. You might not have ever heard it before, but listen to that quick intro where it goes in. It's going to lead into the actual song. You already know enough about the fucking song at that moment to be able to drop it in perfectly. And here's the next thing. If you know that song doesn't fit in well or doesn't have that kind of intro, give it a minute. Maybe hold back on that song. Figure it out, to the point where it's going to fall into a better place with another track, because maybe that one song just doesn't sit. Don't force feed a fucking song into another song. There's beats that even when they are on fucking beat, there's a
sound funny.
that doesn't fit it well. Don't force feed that fucking song. You know you've heard this before, and you'll listen to it. I've done this, and I'm going to tell you, and how I know how not to do this more often is because I have done it. And I've heard that, and I'm like, well, that was just not a great mix. You're going to hear me say that at least twice or 3 times throughout a night, where I will look at somebody that's next to me and go, how the fuck up?
Oh, dude, we've been through it.
And still, that's today. So I'm not speaking out of like, don't do it and you're not going to do it. No, there's gonna be times when you're gonna feel your balls are bigger and you're like, yeah, because fucking I know the song is gonna work and
I'm gonna force it.
And you force feed that bitch and it don't sound right. And maybe what you should have done is gone with your gut. But there's times when you force feed something and it fucking just sounds good and you're like, oh motherfucker,
that came out good.
And that's, you know, that's called now getting, you know, taking your chances on things. And every once in a while, listen, take a chance and do something. It might not come out. You might drop that song in and you thought that because a guy fucking played the piano that sounded like it was the way it should have been played. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you hear the beats going ding, 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 and it's like boom, boom, boom. You're like, I swear to God that was that first bass on that piano. And you know, shit happens and you're gonna fucking have to, you know, deal with that.
I think that the point of the story is with this whole situation is if you're going to become a DJ for real work, like you're going to really become a DJ in your life, I think that you need to learn how music is produced because the laws of music is the same in 99% of everything. So if you know that everything is in the intro, a chorus,
most likely they're gonna follow. They're gonna follow the concept of how music is made, even as you're sitting in front of Ableton or whatever Fruity Loops or whatever the fuck you use. It's always created in bars and sections, and you know this. You can't
have a nephew. Alex says, have a nephew.
Yeah.
This Eddie, what's his DJ name?
Eddie Consuegra.
Consuegra.
Con la consuegra.
He says, do the old backspin. And yes, that is correct. But if you don't do the backspin in the right place, it's whack.
It's going to sound like a cover up to a fuck up.
Like those DJs that go like this.
And yes, and by the way, out of my 5 backspins, 2 of them come out right. The other 3 usually don't come out that. You're like, oh, well, that was my back. My finger gets stuck and it goes.
Oh yeah, I have a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a good idea. Real quick, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna call. Oh, we're making a phone call.
Snap.
We're gonna make a phone call. We're gonna make a phone call. We're gonna make a phone call. Oh.
Hello.
What up, motherfucker?
Is this Alex?
Hey, you know name?
Yeah, no, that would be this guy.
If you don't know, by the way.
All right, so we're calling Alex. Alex is like younger than us, but we saved his life.
We're going to tell that story?
We're going to tell that story.
All right, this has nothing to do with DJing, by the way.
Nothing to do with DJing, but Alex is my little nephew. He came here from Greece when he was like a little, fucking 2?
In a lightning?
Or 3? 3 years old. He came here from Greece when he was 3 years old. And me and Hans were throwing a party in my backyard. Pool party. And this little motherfucker comes and he's decided he wanted to jump in the pool.
No. This is how it actually went down. He was in a little floaty thing.
That's right, and the floaty. And
the little fucker, all of a sudden, I'm turning around.
For a Jello shot.
Had 3.
He didn't know how much liquor he was already having. Now, all of a sudden, I turn over, and all I see are little fucking feet flipping in the water, and homeboy just goes down for the count. He's sinking into the pool.
And the whole family is like kind of like frozen, like.
So, you know, a little homeboy is, you know, I think for some reason, I think he was butt naked in the pool.
Yeah,
so
he was from fucking Greece, bro.
So I grabbed for whatever the fuck I could grab to pull him out of the water. And when you thought you had a limb, I pulled him by his dick.
He got pulled out of the pool by his fucking dick.
He got saved by a dick.
It's still long as hell. It was like Laffy.
I stretched his little pee-pee.
All the way out. God damn, bro.
And that's
still that way if anybody's interested.
if anybody's interested.
Yeah, if anybody.
That's how I grew up, Pulaki.
They called me Pulaki on purpose.
Oh boy. Nah, but Alex on the real. That's a true story, by the way. That ain't no bullshit.
And by the way, this kid actually, he's not an actual DJ per se, but believe it or not, that, there's people out there that watch and learn like a motherfucker.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've actually said, I got to go to the bathroom, and Alex is
Yep.
the ballsiest motherfucker I know. He's like, I got this.
Yeah. I've actually said.
And wait, I'm talking about even at Stash Bar upstairs doing the
Yeah,
hip hop
yeah,
sets.
real
I'm
shit.
like, and I come back and he's got all these bitches dancing to Luke
Yeah.
and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't think about that.
I
Yes.
can count to 4.
So if to what we wanted to get to with this whole conversation and phone call, if Alex can do it,
Anybody can do it. Nah, man, he's been listening to us spinning from when he was a little kid, bro. He was a little kid. He heard us DJing all the time, and it stuck to his mind and his brain. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Count to 4, count to 8, know your chorus, and that's exactly what he learned just by listening to us. And now, if I'm going somewhere and I go, Alex, I gotta go pee. Can you take over for a second? Bro, I will disappear for 40 minutes
which he
straight up
does.
all day.
the fucking
And this
time.
motherfucker will be DJing for an hour. And then all of a sudden, I go like this. Oh, yeah, homeboy, I'm back. And he goes, it's about fucking time.
Well,
Well, piss break turned into a smoke break, turned into I'm gonna go talk some shit,
that's right. That's right.
wings and shit.
All right, Alex, I hope to see you soon, bro.
All right. Peace, my
Peace
brother.
out.
And that was Alex. Rico.
Nico!
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to call a bunch of motherfuckers.
No.
But right now, I'm about to call Vanessa real quick because
We need
I gotta
some-
pee. Where's Alex now, bro? I gotta pee.
He can't take over.
Vanessa! She's dying to walk in here with her party
So,
pack shit.
you know what? As I'm getting back to my Facebook here and stuff like that, because my shit died over here. How many people here, like, I guess raise your hand,
I wanna hear
if you
Vanessa's
started with equipment from Radio Shack?
Vanessa's gonna take my seat for
Oh, shit.
3 seconds.
Fucking
for,
it.
for 2 minutes.
Estamos jodidos. ¿Y no traiste chicharrón o algo?
Nah, cojones.
No me dijeron nada.
Party pack in the house tonight.
Party pack!
Ask Vanessa a simple
Oh,
question.
look.
What does she think about DJs?
I got my mom watching. Hola, mommy. Hola. And we got Bruno Pozo. Listen, by the way, this is one of these up and coming, and I'm going to say up and coming only because he has been blowing up in the circuits, of house music and stuff like that mainly. Yeah. And this kid, has been a part of me since back in the day in the Grove and Fat Tuesday. There was another Club G or some shit like that where we actually met, I remember, which is somewhere behind where Mesanote was back in that area. I don't know if you remember what place that was, but I think it was called Club G or something with a letter. And this kid is actually kicking a lot of ass. And one of the things that I will say, I'm sure, I haven't been going to whatever he's doing these days and stuff like that, obviously. But one thing I know about Bruno is his style and his picking of music. And that's one important thing. And this is not coming down to skill. I'm not talking about mixability and being on point. I'm not talking about any of that just yet. I'm speaking of knowing what works with the crowd and how to pick it and when to play it and follow that instinct of knowing that, hey, the next song is going to be better than the first, or the next song is going to come down to a little bit because I need to work my crowd into this direction. Understanding how to move your crowd. Moving the crowd is very, I'm not gonna give it a percentage, but I would say it's 50% at least of what makes a DJ
Yes.
a great DJ in the club or in a party or whatever the case. If you know how to move people, if you know how to like move from the bar to the dance floor,
To the
or
dance floor.
or picking out that one person,
Make
when-
them bob their head.
but like if you have an empty dance floor situation and you want to grab a crowd, you got to know who are your party people, who are the ones, like for example, this one here. She is that person that if you give her the right music, she's on your dance floor and she's grabbing people and she knows how to move that crowd.
I'm a social
So
butterfly.
she is that move the crowd person, the one that you want to attract to the dance floor. the one you want to make happy first. Then everybody else comes in afterwards. But you have to have that first person. As a club DJ and you're an opening, set kind of guy, you got to know how to have that patience of knowing, that, hey, it's not going to happen right away. But know your key elements of who the people are at the bar, at the club, and in the corners and stuff like that. Know who's bobbing their heads a little harder than the other. That's the skill of reading the people,
the crowd,
and you got to know that. If you don't know that, then and by the way, too many of you guys, and I'm not saying you guys in general, but in the DJ world, walk into the place. They already have a mindset of what they're going to play, how they're going to play it, how it's going to start, how it's going to end. And if you really believe that that's how it's going to be, you don't belong in the business, because that shit changes in a second. You could think that you were going to be DJing at this fucking house night that was going to be epic like this, and you had this fucking whole set, and your crowd is not that crowd. And it happens all the fucking time. How do you bounce back from that? How do you jump in from the first song and knowing that they're not digging this, or let me give them that, and start giving them samples and seeing how they react. Exactly. You want to know how they move to things, and that's how you start leading them to the dance floor. And you gotta fucking know how to do that. If you don't do that,
it's a technique.
Yeah, but these guys,
it's an art.
But you'll see these guys that they're looking at their laptop and they're checking their phones, and they're not paying attention to that floor. It's not what's their concern.
Yeah.
They're doing their job because they think
just their music.
Their choice is it.
It's not about your choice.
It's not
about who it is that your audience.
And by the way, that's more true now than ever. Back in the 80s and the 90s, even before, a DJ would come in and he would entertain you with his choice of songs that you had never heard before. They would go to the record store and find music on the looks of what the record looked like, and sit there and by the way, at the mall in Westland Mall, they had a music store, and I would go in there and look through the imports and look through just records that were brand new that nobody had ever heard before, and you could not play them. There was no place to grab the record and play.
Listen
you
to
just
it.
had to buy it because you knew the song, or you were gonna take a fucking chance. How fucked up is that? That is as fucked up as it gets. But that made our skill even better. I could almost look at the record.
Now you just have a computer and you search music.
You don't even leave your house now. You're good.
So
you can do it from your phone.
I don't get it when I go somewhere and I see no one moving, no one dancing, and they have a computer and they have like the new setup. They don't have turntables. I don't get that.
And
okay, this is boring.
Listen, and by the way,
what's happening here is a party. Everyone's supposed to be dancing. Everyone's supposed to be hyped.
But here's the thing.
And everyone's like sitting there like sitting ducks.
In that case, there's another reality though. I'm not going to knock on the DJ even on that computer, because it really falls into who the DJ is, because I hear guys that will fucking kick ass on just a computer. There's no mixer, there's nothing. They're just playing on. Either you got that skill of knowing how to read the crowd or you don't, right. But overall, there's a lot of you guys that don't even pay attention to what's happening in front of you, and you expect it to just happen because you played good hits. Phew. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Hits don't equal dance floors packed. It's all about choices you make within genres, within old, new, or making.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up.
Yeah, you gotta give people sometimes a journey of, hey, you remember, this, or something that makes maybe not that person there, but that other person start getting excited about.
Changing it up.
You have to read everybody. You have to be all over and feel that energy. And here's the other thing about energy. If you're having a bad day as a DJ, and if you could attest to what I'm about to say, if you're having a shitty day and you are sending that energy,
you can't show that. You can't portray that.
What do you think happens?
Your crowd sucks. Everybody sucks.
They feel that energy.
Everybody feels your energy.
There, bro.
Yeah.
When you're shit,
you can't show
your
that.
people are shit.
You have to leave that at the door.
That's just like that. Whenever you're walking by the street and you say hi to somebody in a nice way, they might have been having a bad day, but you just said hi to them in a nice, friendly way, and they're like, and they might say hi to the next person, and you're passing positive energy. And if you don't believe in energy, you're a fucking come pinga. That is as real as it gets.
Jesus Christ.
That's the reality. Energy is 100%, and it is. It's 100%. So whenever I get to the club or a bar, or restaurant, wherever the fuck, smile. On top of
say
that,
hi.
leave your fucking
I'm here,
problems.
what's up?
Leave your problems
Leave 'em
back
at the
at the door.
Yep.
Leave that shit at
I
the
agree.
door. And you know, there's been times when I couldn't check it at the door,
All right, Panos
and
taking
maybe I've
over.
been like,
Bye, everybody.
thank you, Vanessa,
I'll be
thank you. Bring
I'll be
some
back
food.
for your opinions.
But it gets down to the, you know, sometimes I've had a shitty day, and what's maybe gotten me out of that mood was somebody coming up to me with a happy face and something, and then that changed. And before all that, everything felt like crap. The floor, the dancing, it just felt like I was actually transcending my fucking powers, my mind, my emotion, and feeding that, that shit through
if
the
you're not in a
speakers.
good mood, you're not in a good mood, man.
But they aren't in a good mood all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? So
And
your happiness, you're
on the
getting
same-
excited, works.
On the same note, actually, there's times that you get to a place and you're like, I'm gonna jam this, I'm gonna rock this
Oh,
shit.
I know what you're
This
saying.
is the shit right now. I can't wait. And then all of a sudden, you got some people coming up to you. Well, I mean, depending where you're DJing at, because there's some places they can't get to you, but where they can get to you, they're like,
Is this what you're going to play?
are you gonna play this? Or can you play this? Bro, get the fuck out of my face, man, right now. Like, seriously. Be nice to them and say, yeah, I will in a little while. Give me a chance. I'm trying to build up to something. But all of a sudden, man, yo, can you play this? Because you suck because you're not playing this, bro.
Yeah, and some people.
So you were just up here hyped that you're gonna rock this spot, and all of a sudden this fucking person brings you down to here, and you just in a bad mood.
And it's hard to fucking shake that off.
Like I ain't gonna
There's
lie,
some
bro.
asshole shit that isn't easy to shake
I ain't gonna
off.
lie. I've had a packed dance floor, slam packed dance floor. Everybody's going nuts. The lights are going. It's nuts. But this lady kept coming up to me and saying, "Can you play hair band music?" And I looked at her like, "Can I play what?" Hair band music. I'm from out of town and I want to enjoy hair band music. Bro, sorry. Listen, I can't play hair band music right now. I'm not going to play hair band music right now. And sometimes you just got to be raw with people like that. And it got to a point where she bothered me so much. She bothered me so much. And this is a real fucking story. She bothered me so much to play hair band music that I told her, and she even offered me money. And I told her, listen, lady, go fuck yourself, bro. Go fuck yourself, because I'm not going to play hair band music. Look around. It's not about you. The party's not about you. The party's about what you see in front of you. Can you play hair band music?
And by the way, if
Get the
anybody's
fuck
out there,
outta
because I
here.
know we got a bunch of DJs in here, if you've ever walked out on a gig because of an asshole, let us know. Just don't give us the whole story. Just say me. And yeah, I want to know if everybody has, you know, because I walked out of 3 in my life. I walked out of 3, and I've left one where I turned off the music and they had no sound, they had nothing to back themselves up with, and they fucking looked at me like, no, but wait, and I'm like, you should have thought about that shit the minute that I was telling you back off. You're fucking, you know,
insane, man.
Yeah, and it was actually like the sister of the person of the event, and you know she just said, no, I'm the sister. Like I'm the shit.
Well,
I'm like, well,
this is
you
what
right
you do.
now are the one that ruined the party.
This is what you
And that
do.
was
You
it.
go like this. Look.
Yep.
Here.
Nah, fuck that. I'm not
Your
giving you my
turn.
shit. I just at that moment. Oh man. I had an event that I was DJing in a place called the Miami Racquetball.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, you
oh,
remember that? And
God,
it was a girls' night. I don't know the proper way to say.
It was a
lesbian night.
Lesbian night, bro. We used to DJ that shit
Yeah.
all the time, man.
And you know,
Right next to
by the
Bird
way, that
Bowl.
place had an upstairs. So if you
Yeah.
were bringing equipment, you were gonna fucking walk some steps, and it wasn't easy setting up that place. But we had
Yeah,
a very
Lou.
busy, good crowd of women. You know, that happened out of nowhere. Lewis was one of our guys.
Oh,
We
dude.
saw DJ for Eminem and Lisa Cox and
Oh, we
Women
used
of the
to do all that
World.
shit.
And
Splash.
Splash.
Where the strip club is right now.
yeah,
BT's,
where Yatu. That's where Yatu works.
we used to DJ the phone parties there for lesbians.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And that was one of the places.
That was awesome.
And that was one of the spots. Another one through, as a matter of fact, Lewis was the first connector to that one, I believe, was Lisa Cox, Women of the World. She did the Madonna parties and shit like that. So we were very connected as we would do those rooftop parties.
Oh my God.
Insane
block parties
shit.
on Lincoln Road, all kinds of stuff.
And I remember one time it was one of our events, so it was my actual party, but for them. And we had a huge group of people, and I had this, big butch girl that would come up to me, and she's like, "Hey, are you gonna play more land music?"
What?
And we weren't about when it's my party. It was, especially then, it was house. It was house music.
It was house and like shit like
and dance music.
Yeah.
As Sonique was being played during that time, and shit like that. That was that era. And I just remember, this chick. Hey, when are you gonna play some land music? And she would hit me up again and again. And I told her, hey, listen, this is not the type of party. Well, homegirl got excited. And she went like this to my headphones. Whoop! Slapped the headphones out of my head. And here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. I am not the type, and if you know me, you know I don't back down and shit. But you get stuck in a situation where, yes, I know she looks like a man, but
you want to get hit like a man.
But it's a woman. So what the fuck? So I was shocked and surprised and unavailable at that moment.
It's like, what's going on?
I don't know what to fucking do. Luckily, I had a bunch of friends and stuff like that were gay women and stuff like that, and they backed me up, and fucking chairs were flying. Well, that party ended right then and there. That was over. At that minute.
Yeah, there's
fucked up the whole party.
The same way people could put you on an up or they could put you on a downer. Oh, and dude, I have to bring this up because that's where people can actually reach you and talk to you. The best clubs are where nobody can even fucking get to you, and you're just doing your thing. And when you're doing your thing and you're up high, nobody can get to you. There's a bouncer at the door. Nobody can even come close to you. That's what the clubs we used to do, bro. And I have to say it, but we used to DJ at a club, and me and Hans were doing this as a partnership all the time. Me and Hans were DJing in Fort Lauderdale, and we had a DJ booth that nobody could ever get to. You had to go through high security. The only people up there at any given time were the bartenders.
I think I know already.
You know what I'm talking about. And so in this DJ booth, we like owned it, and we had walls in there.
Wait, but the whole thing is that to get to this DJ booth,
oh my God,
it's another thing. You would have to basically first go through a security that we could eye him from up where we were at,
right? And
he would hit us with the lights, kind of like, "Yo, this person is here to see you," and either we would nod or we would be like, "Yeah, let him up." Which, in most of our cases, we were kind of like, "Yeah, come on up." But these people knew that if you were gonna come up, you were gonna go through a whole fucking kitchen
process
of guys cutting onions and shit. And it just felt like you're not supposed to be here. And then go below an area where you would have to watch your head so you don't bump it. Then go up some stairs.
And then the office was like...
And then there's an office, where it's kind of office-y and shit like that, where they put away all the important shit. And then you make a turn, into the entrance where there's a sign that says, if you're not comfortable with nudity and crazy shit happening, and, you're just not down for the party.
That was our door sign,
Turn the fuck back around.
And go back.
And, that was it. I mean, when we started a little thing where, I'm going to tell that story.
Bro, go ahead, please.
We started this little thing where, sorry, if we're, fuck it. Let me just tell a story.
Tell the story, bro. I mean, listen, we're both different people today.
No, freaking not. We're just not allowed. But the whole thing was that if you were going to come up, you were going to flash your tits, or you're going to do something crazy.
Or show your G-string.
Or there was sex.
You weren't allowed in the DJ booth if the shit wasn't real, bro.
And here's the thing. So we would take pictures. This is back before the cell phones were still, that big of a deal. You had a cell phone, but it wasn't taking fucking real pictures. So you would still
had
have
a
a
camera.
camera. So you would bring your camera, and we had, you know, a little Nikon, whatever the fuck, and the girls would come up to the wall, and they would like stand in front of us, flash their tits.
It was called the Wall of Fame.
Yeah,
but
the Wall of Fame wasn't the Wall of Fame yet. So basically, what happened is we started. We posted a couple of pictures, but we were like, shit, you know, we're taking so many fucking pictures. It'd be a shame to put a big picture of everybody. So I would start breaking down pictures by 6 in one sheet, and then we, you know, it like became one wall. Then another wall in the DJ booth, and then
Huge
another
DJ
wall
booth.
and huge DJ booth. Yeah, you could fit like 7 or 8 people.
Ah, Rush Street, Lewis.
That's right.
Oh boy, yo.
And, well, we would add more pictures, and then, as a matter of fact, some of these girls would come back and sign their titty shot, and then we had no more space. We ran out of space to do that, so we started running it outside the hallway and into like the manager's office.
Oh my god.
Until the manager, actually no, not the manager, the owner was an attorney.
Yeah.
A high profile attorney, and he walked one day up to us. And
He
he's
walked in
Bro,
there.
you guys are motherfucking badass, but do me a favor. You gotta slow down with the fucking pictures together. You know, we don't want to get fucking
It came to a point that
He
Rush
was like,
Street
it was nice into the, you know, until you got to the fucking office.
to the office. Bro, we had walls and walls lined up of pictures, and it became popular. Like, we even made a commercial on Power 96, bro, that said, come to Rush Street and get on the Wall of Fame.
Yep,
Dude,
yep.
that was real, man. That was insane. And then, after that, the owner came and told us to stop it, and then the whole
And after
thing,
that, the business
went a whole different direction.
The owner sold the place to somebody, and shit got weird, and you know, DJ Noise took over.
Yeah, DJ Noise took over, and it went to shit, bro.
It went, different direction altogether. Sorry,
Love you, Noise.
We still love you. But
All right, I want to get into like something cool, bro.
something cool. What you got? You got cool
I
shit?
got like a list here.
He goes old school paper.
I'm old school paper. Hans is on his digital phone.
Yep. My battery dies. I'm fucked.
Yeah, your battery dies. I still got my notes. All right, guys, check it out.
All right.
Check it out. Why is there DJs that are so popular that it don't matter, like, if they suck, they're so popular? And I'm going to give you the perfect example because I've been wanting to talk about this forever. And please hashtag him. Please invite him here right now.
We'd like to talk to him if we can.
If he can, I will battle him live if he wants to. I will battle him live if he wants
GorD,
to.
we are both drinking.
We're both having a couple of drinks, but it don't matter because I have the same
But
opinion.
this is not liquor courage.
I have the same opinion tomorrow morning than I do right now. So, and there's various people like that, okay? So what's the difference between like big show DJ, and me, Hans, GorD, Lewis, whoever? What's the difference?
that we didn't get that chance.
That we didn't get that chance to be that big DJ because apparently
Or maybe we missed it. It might have passed us.
I don't think so because times were different.
No, but I think that sometimes, you know, it's all about, and you know, how you handle your business part of it. Sometimes I think we handled it more of a, like, we didn't give a fuck situation. We were having fun.
But we made it. We've done big things.
No, listen, we've done huge things. In general, we
Huge
traveled and everything. But these guys took it to another fucking level.
Yeah, because of social media.
Yeah.
And because of TV.
television, yeah, shit
So
like that.
here's my question. I don't know any of you guys, but please hashtag him.
Oh, speaking of Rushery, what's up, Caro?
Caro!
Caro's in the house. She remembers Rush Street.
I'm going to give you this, and all the ladies might hate me. All the ladies might hate me, but why the fuck is Pauly D even a real DJ that's packing
A
Drake's
respected
nightclub?
DJ.
A respected DJ. Pauly D, bro. Pauly D. If you ever watch him live,
And if you have,
he sucks. He sucks completely.
The other day, I actually let it play because since you mentioned it, I never had really fully listened to him. So I said, let me not talk shit before I don't know shit. So I'm not going to throw it out there. And then it was just Panos because, you know, fucking Guido. You know?
Yeah, motherfucker.
So, you know, I said, let me go ahead and actually listen to this kid and hear what the fuck he does.
And he sucks.
Okay, it started nice. It started okay, you know, where he had some cool songs, like the first 3 minutes. And he fucking took some hip-hop song and turned it into a house track. And then he went back into a hip-hop song and then back into a house track and then back. Like, if he would have had me on the dance floor, I would have been like, fucking pick a genre. You know, I get the ups and downs and taking a transition from house to hip-hop, but then stay within that genre for a little while. Let them enjoy it. Don't fucking go hip-hop. And I'm speaking like if this guy's actually mixing on beat, though. I haven't said anything.
Oh, please keep going.
The guy's just throwing shit in and hitting fucking buttons and his name a million times to mask the fuck
mix. Yeah.
Because a lot of it is not even mixing. There's dead moments of nothing going on where it makes him seem like some crazy shit is happening. But if you're dancing, you can't follow that with your feet to begin with. So maybe we're in the genre of no dancing, you know, parties, and that's cool.
Dude, I have a lot to say about this.
Because that happens, you know. There's places where you know people like white people don't really dance. So sorry, white people. You know, I'm not a great dancer myself either, but
yo,
but
check
I got
this
a
out.
two-step that's fucking killer.
I ain't gonna. That's right. We'll break it down. We'll do the way.
We'll do it later.
All right. So check this out, man. So
And GorD's right. Sync won't even help.
Sync won't even help. These guys are a fucking joke. And Hans told me I can curse. I can do whatever I want, right? Fucking binga. All right. So anyway, check this out. DJ Pauly D. First of all the ladies love him because he's a good-looking guy and he was on the Jersey Shore. And he was popular because of the Jersey Shore. Yeah, you know, it's like watching Kim Kardashian.
And by the way, he's got charisma,
and he's cool.
He's a cool guy. The way
he's an
and he
awesome
doesn't
guy.
seem to be like an asshole. So I would honestly even imagine him coming here and laughing
chilling.
at this shit,
Exactly,
and maybe taking it and going, yeah, but motherfucker, I'm fucking rich and I'm getting laid more than you.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, you're right.
And he is, and he's a good-looking guy. He was on the Jersey Shore. He
Make sure you hashtag him, people. Hashtag him. And by the way, don't forget to like and reshare and, you know, watch parties and blah, blah, blah. And by the way, join the YouTube group. We're going to go ahead and hashtag and link everything on there later so you could all join if you haven't joined already. We really want your support. So
yes, sir. Thank you, GorD, for hashtagging Pauly D. But real, honest talk, man. And it's not only him. It's like Shaquille O'Neal became a DJ. He was at Ultra, Pauly D, Paris Hilton,
Dennis Rodman,
and as a matter of fact, if Donald Trump fucking said tomorrow, I want to be a DJ, he'd be fucking famous. But,
and people would go see
and people would
what
go
the fuck
and
he's
pay
doing,
that shit. But they're not real skills. It's all a popularity.
But do you think that people,
contest,
Panos, do you think that people, when they see these kind of shows, they go, "Oh, I came here because I want to listen to fucking an amazing DJ," or do you think that people are just going because, "Oh, fucking that's Pauly D"?
That's the point.
And
that's the point.
He's milking that cow.
He's milking the cow, bro.
And you know, here's the thing about that: when he went to Jersey Shore, what got him in was, hey, I'm fucking Pauly D and I'm a fucking DJ. So they said, you know what? We don't have a fucking Pauly D and DJ. We got a bunch of, you know, other just fucking, what do you call those Jersey?
Yeah, a bunch of Guidos.
Yeah, we got Guidos. Thank you.
But listen, the point of the story is that I'm happy they made it and they're rocking it. They're doing great.
So you're
jobs.
not hating on it.
I'm not hating on it, but what I'm telling you,
hating on it.
No, but they have no skills, bro.
So basically, you don't want them to
skills.
fucking come out there and act like, motherfucker, I got you, because you're not a real DJ.
There's no skills, man.
And I'm not gonna say he's not a real DJ. I like to say he's a starter pack.
No skills.
He could do the certain things, and I'm sure he could even pick some good music and everything, and he'll get a crowd going. He'll get up on the mic and do all that shit. He's an entertainer, and listen, let's give it to him.
Yeah,
fucking entertainer. He's a fucking great entertainer, and his DJ skills are mediocre.
Really,
for the most.
Like out of 100%, I'd say 30.
So yeah, and that's the thing. He's more of a he could pick
a showman.
Yeah, he's a showman. He could pick good tracks and shit like that.
He picks good tracks. He throws them in,
and a lot of those tracks are very mashed up and overly built with a lot of fucking bells and whistles, which is another thing that's a little bit overdone.
And I love the guy, man.
Zuli, by the way, I want to say what's up to Zuli because she's one of those female DJs that I look up to. She's there's a handful, and I know there's a gazillion incredible female DJs out there.
There
so
is.
many, and the more that I go into that YouTube
there you go, what?
YouTube into the rabbit hole of YouTube, I find incredible female DJ / producer artists who do fucking not just DJ, but they produce and DJ and everything, and the ones that also do it like scratch battle styles, and they do craze, and and that's fucking beautiful. It had to happen a long time ago, and it's insane that it's working out. So within that, Zuli is a fucking badass DJ. I love her because she plays incredible music. She's played sets for me and stuff like that. I played sets with her in other places. She's house breaks and all these things. She plays on turntables too, so she's legit for those that need a turntable.
So she has an ear.
She has an ear. She knows how to mix.
So she was born with it.
Maybelline. Maybe you're born with it.
You gotta be born with it, bro. I think you gotta be born with it.
Wait. Speaking of born with it, how many in here think you have to be born with it? That it's not something that you could just be taught, even if you're like just off 100%. Like if the first day you looked at equipment, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it, or even understand what DJing was. That you cannot be taught.
Well, I don't think it has to do with equipment. I think it has to do with an ear for the music.
So you're saying doing it right, not the process.
Like you can learn
the mixability and the technical.
Yeah, you can learn.
You can do technical. Anybody can learn the technical.
Right. You have to have an ear for the right way.
Explanation.
You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, she's a great DJ, and I have a few female friends that I personally know that are great DJs. That have that skill set, and they're still getting even better. And every time I hear them, they got that, and not it's a whole thing about doing it properly. They do it properly. So yeah, hats off to you.
Cool, man. Cool. I'm having a great time here tonight, guys. Make sure to join DJ Hans Shit Show. What is it? Shit Show.
The DJ Hans Shit Show
group. It has to say group at the end because then
don't forget to join. Please.
Forget about everything else. It's the DJ Hans Shit Show group.
Big shout out to my familia en Cuba. Tengo mi tío de parte de mi esposa.
Hello.
Hey, la familia en Cuba.
Elena, I need a haircut.
Yeah, man. With this whole coronavirus, we'll take your money.
Take my money.
I ain't DJ money.
Oye, papá de Han. Oye, Han, el viento está fuerte.
And DJ Bruno Pozzo says the ear is important. And
the what?
The ear.
Oh, the ear is everything, bro.
It is everything. And
it's everything.
To an example, if your ear isn't right, because sometimes as a great DJ who's got great listening, you could have an off-ear moment.
All day, bro.
And I was a fucking assess to that, a million times over, where if I have a bad ear day where I'm not listening, or maybe I don't have proper headphones, or
no, se te
olvidó, tengo mucho wax. Or no, here's the thing. Sometimes you're in a situation where there's a delay in the sound, or there's some echo bouncing back within all your shit. Let me tell you, I'll give it up to some. Here's a skill that I've never been able to control, and it falls into that. There's times when the hearing and the outside isn't that great, or you don't have a monitor.
Yeah.
You don't have a fucking monitor. The club just said, fuck a monitor. And you either could shit on your DJ set and be a little wacky on every mix and hate yourself, or just say fuck it, it is what it is, or some other DJs, what they do, they in-ear mix.
In-ear, you put both tracks on.
Both
and your
tracks
headphones.
on.
Yeah, dude.
I cannot fucking do that. I hear 2 songs, I'm like, fuck. I feel like like when they, look, if you know what the fuck this does, you see when they go and you go, ooh. That's how I fucking feel when you give me an ear-in mix. And some guys, that's all they do. DJ Miami Nights, it's up in Gossiping. Ear-in mostly.
Yeah, I
And
can't.
I'll hear
like
him
it.
sometimes just cut off the whole fucking outer world and do this and mix his set. And I'm like,
Yeah.
or when he's mixing at home, he doesn't want to maybe wake up the neighbors and
Yeah.
shit. In ear mixing. Hey, hats off to you motherfuckers with that weird fucking
That's pretty cool,
way
man.
of doing shit, because
I'm old school. I like to go like this. And bro, my monitor has to be fucking blasting. If not, that I don't feel comfortable. And as a matter of fact, we could all vouch for that. I blew a lot of speakers in my life.
motherfucker, if you ever want to meet a DJ who you should not lend your monitors to,
Me?
this motherfucker here, bro, he's like deaf to another level.
Dude, you know how it goes. You get hype and you get hype and you get hype. And then, like, you know, you're just putting it up a little bit. Put it up a little more. And as a DJ, you start going deaf in your ear. Like, you know, when you're like this and it's loud. And then all of a sudden, an hour later, it's not that loud anymore because it's, like, fucking in your ear the whole time. So you got to go like this. Whoa, a little bit more, a little bit more. And by the time it's 4 or 5 in the morning, you blow the fucking speaker, bro.
All right.
Like,
So wait,
crazy.
I'm gonna jump off topic here because there's something. I was listening to something not too long ago, going over, I guess maybe some Netflix special or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, but they were talking about. I'm sorry, I know exactly what it was. There's that DJ. Fuck, I forgot his name now, but I'll remember it in a little bit. He's Asian, short.
What, on Netflix?
No, it was on YouTube actually. But the whole thing about the story is he was talking to another DJ who's you know, when they do Ultra, for example, are you the DJ that has a pre-made full set where basically you are walking in, you are gonna drop a track on one CD player,
And you're done.
and not that you're done, you're gonna act like you're doing a set because your set is. He was talking to AfroJack,
Right.
and AfroJack is a great DJ. He knows
Yeah.
how to mix on beat. He could create tracks and everything, but he goes into it and says, "There's times when I flow at the club and I walk in with my no idea what I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna read the crowd and fucking enjoy my set. And there's times when they're paying me to be AfroJack, like
Yeah.
the show, and that means that every song is set to the light show, where I cannot. It's not that he doesn't. He would like to, but he cannot give you that performance unless it's pre-recorded.
Correct.
It can't come with all the bells and whistles and him raise his fucking fist and the lights go out and then he raises the other one and the fucking strobes go on.
Yeah.
That show he cannot reproduce on the fly. So it has to be pre-made. It has to be sequenced within the light show, and there's no other way around it. The most he could do is play some filters, jump around with the beats in it, maybe drop an acapella on top or something like that, but he cannot remove that original track that's playing. And it's usually playing on a separate track, not on the not on the CDJs.
Right.
So it's not going to ever turn off. That track plays off of a fucking, computer.
Well, I would like to say that happens for a lot of people.
And now, do you feel that when you as a spectator, do you feel robbed? Or do you feel that that's what your money's worth is because that's what you're expecting?
Well, I look at it in a whole different way.
I mean, you know that guy's not doing big shit. I mean, even if he created it all in his studio, and you know, it might have taken him for that 2-hour set. It took him a week to put it together and give you these crazy moments and shit like that. Do you feel you got your dollar's worth? I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel that that's something you want to see? Do you feel you got robbed? Do you feel that when you're watching that YouTube video and it shows you that the guy is actually not mixing, that he's just filtering, and that he never went from channel 1 to 2, you know, ever fully, you know, or something, you know, or like with Guetta when he used to get a little too fucked up and he would actually stop playing the mix, and that would fuck up his whole show. That, you know, he was over. When that shit's done, the only thing you can do at that moment is start from the beginning.
Yeah, I kind of agree with. There's a lot of I think that half of these DJs also, they have like, they don't even make their own mix. I think they have ghost mixers.
I listen. I don't know if that's true.
I think they have ghost mixers.
But
a lot of them.
It could happen.
Just my opinion. So if you
they might not have the time. By the way, some of these guys are so fucking busy running from place to place to place to place, and then they have a lot of studio time that they have to fulfill these tracks and shit like that. You know,
I don't think they even have time for that, man. I think that they have ghost mixers, and then they approve. They listen to like 5 mixes, and they say, okay, this is the one I want to use for my show, and then they use that mix, and you can obviously tell that they didn't do anything during their mix. They're just showing, you know. And dude, I watched a video on YouTube. There's this channel on YouTube called DJ I don't know what, and there's a girl, bro. There's a girl that, no disrespect to girls, but this girl is playing a beat and she's fucking going like this with the buttons the whole time.
And nothing changed.
And the song sounds exactly the same the whole time. And then all of a sudden another song comes in and you could see apparently that the other turntable.
Oh, and by the way, not cutting you off, but the other guy was LaidBack Luke. That I was trying to remember. Incredible fucking DJ,
awesome.
Producer, everything.
Yes.
Hats off to those two motherfuckers, which I forgot, you know. Well, the other one was AfroJack. And
AfroJack is actually a real DJ, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, he might have ghost production made for him because he's all over the place, but AfroJack, if you could really watch him DJ, go to his YouTube channel. Yeah. He's a real DJ. He could do anything.
By the way, he didn't come from DJing. He came from production.
Yeah.
With a necessity to DJ because it's where the money is at as a production guy. He is one of those guys that took those bass lines and those distorted sounds and made a different sound altogether, you know, for house. You know, he created something different. And, you know, once again, you know, this other guy, LaidBack Luke, falls upon that level. And by the way, speaking of LaidBack Luke, which, once again, another great DJ, if you jump into his sets, where he teaches you how to use the Denon equipment.
Awesome, bro.
Yes,
awesome.
Yes, but here's the other part. And no.
No?
No. I'm going to tell you why.
I think it was cool.
It's real. And I'm going to tell you why. It's real is cool, but within all these incredible guys that when they teach you how to do something, don't fucking miss a beat when they're teaching you. Because they probably edited a million times and fucked it up 20 times. Here comes LaidBack Luke, and I think the motherfucker just says, one take because I gotta get the fuck out of here, or something. I don't know what it is. But the guy will get on his 2 Denon, you know, players and the Denon 1800 mixer, and he goes, and then, you know, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna grab this track, and then I'm gonna throw it in, and then the build up, and motherfucker starts going off beat, and you hear him going and brings it back, and he doesn't say shit about what just happened, but you know he looks like, you know, that like ooh, that shit went off like a motherfucker. You know, this is a DJ, by the way, who doesn't really even use headphones. If you know the story, if he's ever used headphones, he uses those little tiny ones, and he drops it in whenever he's searching for a track. Yeah. But not mixing the track. Mixing the track, he will never fall off in the general sense because all his tracks are made to the same BPM, and he knows them by heart. He knows exactly what he's going to do, and his sets are not that they're predictable because he's not predictable. He will fucking ride out with some crazy idea, and you'll be like, ooh, that was not part of the plan. And he does that, and fucking love that about him. He is a real fucking DJ, a guy with a lot of things to do. He's got a lot of hats he wears. You know, the guy does like karate, judo.
He's cool,
got
man.
a wife
He's a cool
now.
kid.
He's got a kid that's his own, and I think a kid from the other woman.
He's a cool
you know,
guy.
the guy's got to travel, and he's also the Denon DJ, you know, guru, the guy, you know, the main guy for it. He's one of the first guys that jumped on Denon and said, I want to DJ with Denon at the Ultra Hours, you know, and all those places. And I like that. I like that the guy.
He has a good YouTube page, by the way, if you don't.
Yeah,
you know.
his podcasts are
pretty
great.
cool, man.
And
Pretty
they're not
cool.
just DJ stuff. It's a mix of things, you know, but overall DJing, and, you know, great guy and humble, honest, and you can learn a lot. And you're going to learn from somebody who's not bullshitting you. So, you know, hey, one big shout out to LaidBack Luke.
And he even shows you.
Hashtag him, GorD.
Yeah, hashtag him. He even shows
GorD's going to
you
become
how
our
to,
hashtag guy.
how to get into the business, how to do all kinds of stuff, man. He's pretty cool. I mean, although what he tells you to do, it's, you know, that's particular to every person.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, you just do what he says and it's going to happen. And, you know, he emailed a bunch of people, and he tried to get in so badly and he got lucky, man. He got lucky that one lady paid attention to him.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
The dude went hard on the fucking ham to push. And listen, if you ever want to know what's the number one thing, yes, it's talent. If you got fucking talent, things could come your way. It's like saying you have the talent first. Now you have to be in the right place at the right time to show that talent. But talent, most important. And second, show up to everything you fucking can show up to. And be the best DJ you could be at every fucking gig. Do whatever the fuck you can to get your name out there. You know, meet whoever you can. Connect with other DJs. Learn from other DJs, see what they've done, grow with the guys that you, like the ones that you look up to. You want to be like that guy, hang around with those kind of DJs. It's gonna get you where you want to be. If you're hanging out with hip hop DJs and you're a house guy, it's like, you know, it's not working. It's not gonna happen. You know,
Why?
That makes no sense. Of course, you know, that's the thing. If you want to be a stockbroker, you know, you got to know.
Yep.
So that's the the whole thing about that.
Hey guys, check this out. I have a question to the crowd of DJs that I guess a lot of DJs that are in here right now are more or less our age.
Yeah.
40, 38, 35.
And the 40s.
But I have a question for you guys. When do you, well, I guess none of you are thinking about that. Maybe you are, maybe you're not.
What?
But when is it time to get out of the DJ business?
When do you know that?
When
it's
do you
that
pack
moment?
your fucking bags and you're done? When is that day?
You know that I joke around with my retirement day. I always say the day that I cannot carry my 2 speakers and controller is the day that I stop fucking DJing events. And I'm gonna tell you like this, guys. I'm so fucking glad speakers are becoming so
lighter
because I think I would have probably been overdone. I got a hernia from fucking carrying a speaker one day at one of Aramis' clubs.
DJ Gregorio, damn,
Oh,
I know him
shit,
well.
that
I know
kid.
him well.
He's the ageless man. That guy doesn't age. He still looks the same. Motherfucker. Well, I haven't seen him in a few years.
I know,
Maybe he
I've
aged
seen
quickly
him
now.
like not too long ago.
But
man.
yeah, what's up, Gregorio?
Gregorio.
He's part of that Def and DJ Tony Tone. And
Tony Tone. Oh yeah, where's Tony Tone, bro?
Tony Tone, actually, you know what? He DJs with me over at Piazza Italia.
Okay.
He does I think like the Tuesdays and the Fridays.
I miss Tony Tone.
You know what? And he's one of those guys that I never actually knew what kind of a DJ he was. Like, I knew he wanted to be a DJ, kind of like I thought he was just a groupie.
I remember those days, bro.
And, you know, he would hang out with
blew
us
up.
here and there.
Yeah.
And the kid's got talent, man. I like to say, you know,
blew it up.
he knows his crowd. He's worked on that whole hard rock circuit and shit like that. And, you know, Larry Larr,
Larr, bro.
Larr. Big shout out
What?
to Larry.
Larry Larr in the house. Well, he's not in the house right now, but he will
in our
be.
thoughts.
He's in our thoughts, Larry Larr. Let's talk about Mr. Louis Olino, bro. don't want to talk about.
Wait,
Lewis,
I want to make sure he's here before we. I want to.
Lewis, are you here? Yeah, he's here. He's here.
So.
So I'm gonna rewind the.
We're gonna talk some shit about our friends.
I'm gonna rewind the tape. Not even the reel to reel. The fucking the reel to reel. All right.
Yeah, because he did that double deck shit. Those. He played on the tape decks.
So I remember we were going to Southwest, bro. I was never in school.
Can I actually? Let me stop you there. Before we even jump onto Southwest, because that's already a few years in.
Yeah, that's true.
How I met Lewis, I already knew Panic, and there was some sort of little battle here and there, and we all kind of like knew each other as hey, he's good, and that guy's good, and that guy's good. So you knew who your competition was around La Sabuesera, in the area, where we lived, very, very far west. Kendall. And I finally met Lewis. He was hanging out with this kid named G.I. Joe.
What?
Yeah, G.I. Joe and
the greatest American
and DJ
hero.
Lewis the Lion. And there was, some shit about I was dating some chick that and this other guy was dating, whatever the case. So I went to the party, kind of like fuck you, I'm dating your girl now, kind of thing, And I remember Lewis was there with Joe. And I don't remember who was actually DJing the party that day, but all I know is that at the end of the party, Lewis stole all my fucking cables.
Oh, Lou, bro. Yo.
A typical fucking Lou move.
Fucking Lou. Come on, Lou.
To this day, yeah, that's one of the things we laugh about. Motherfucker stole my cables.
I never knew that story.
Thank God those are like RCAs
Rocco.
and shit. Big shout out to Rocco.
Yo, check it out, man. The way I remember Lewis when I first met him, I think he was already cool with us, but he wasn't a part of us. He wasn't a part of us at all, dude.
No, we were in Southwest.
Yeah, we were in Southwest, and so we would make these mega mixes on a reel to reel.
Yeah, we had the Fostec and
all the shit, bro.
Chip chopping.
We'd spend nights at the edit block.
Yep.
And then boom, 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 making mega mixes, and then we would bring it to
the Cuban parking lot.
We were bringing in my car, bro.
Southwest Cuban parking lot.
Boom, boom, pounding the fucking mega mixes.
Yeah.
And Lewis came up to us.
That's how we used to showcase our mixes in the morning. And people would dance out there.
It was awesome, man.
Back in the day, it's not like today. I'm sorry. Dude. But going back to and then Lewis would show up.
And he would say
hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, guys, how are you? And I'm like, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up,
and he would go, here's my tape. You want to play it?
I'd be like, no, you should check this out. He'd be like, oh man, I just created this fucking, because he would make. By the way, he made fucking amazing mixes, but
awesome mixes.
They were overdubs. So like he would mix tracks and then he would play he would play that track and mix on top of those tracks, and he would overdub a bunch of shit together.
It was awesome.
Listen, that takes work.
Hell yeah.
But we were above by the reel to reel. So we would we would just shove that shit in him. Like we'd be like, yeah, but no, how about listen to this? Shit that you could, shotgun edits.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, man. That shit was fun.
So that was our encounter.
And that's how Lewis came along in my life. Like, can you play this tape? Can you play? And I saw his dedication, bro.
Yeah.
And his fucking
his cuts.
And his cuts, his mixes.
His kick, his scratch.
Bro, this motherfucker was awesome, man. Awesome. And to this day, I think he's an amazing DJ because
he's grown and moved in different directions.
He don't follow a certain thing. You tell him anything and he'll do it.
Yeah, he could do any style. And here's the thing. You could DJ any style, but then Lewis does it a Lewis way.
Right.
And fucking DJs, listen carefully. Do it your way. When we're hearing Lewis, because Lewis brings it in a Lewis way. Lewis gives you a track that is only coming from Lewis.
Yep.
And there's a side to that. And he's not a DJ who's not giving you what you want to hear. He gives you what you want to hear, but he gives it to you in a Lewis way.
It's pretty dope, man.
And that is creativity.
The Lion.
And that's something that we always talk about. We're sometimes we'll say, "Wow, man, fucking Lewis," because he goes into a different direction because he's more retro,
God, I
and
hate
he
when
does
he
shit, and he'll do things like that too. But he could take any fucking crowd, any style,
and make it
and
happen.
rock the shit out of it, and yeah, get a little weird along the way.
Gets a little weird along the way, and that's why he's Lou.
But that's the new thing, and we love it. And by the way, to this day, every time this kid gets better, his scratching doesn't, but
Yeah, Lewis, you used to scratch
like a
like
motherfucker,
a fucking madman.
something happened.
And I don't know what's going on with your scratching, but you're gonna have to prove it to us on your
Yeah.
next live, bro. You used
Do
to
a cut down
We
shit.
we made a record, bro, with
Yeah.
DJ Debonair.
Yeah.
And it's
You remember when we met Debonair? Do you remember when we met
dude.
Debonair?
DJ Debonair. We had a party at my house, and DJ Debonair called us and he said, "Yo, can I rent a room at the party?"
Like this
Like,
nigga,
yeah,
wait.
who the
This
fuck are
nigga
you?
was like, he was on another level. He's like, this is a house party. It's like, this is like when you take your parents' house and they're out for the weekend and you fucking are rocking a party. But you know, Panic had a big fucking house, and we had set up a DJ booth upstairs on the second
fucking
floor where it
balcony.
had a balcony facing the fucking pool
Like-
and the fucking racquetball
Like
court.
1,000 people there.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was parking cars.
Yeah.
I was basically like, you got to park over here and there, because if not,
It was a big party, bro.
It was huge. It was fucking huge, and it all ended because somebody was trying to steal your mom's papaya.
Oh, dude,
Or
I almost
some-
beat that motherfucker's ass, bro.
That's how it
Some
all.
ghetto ass guy with a cane came in there and like, oh my, get the
But,
fuck out
but
of my
back
house.
back to Debonair. Debonair actually comes in with some other was it Breezy Beat or maybe or something?
Maybe Breezy,
I
yeah.
forgot who. I think it was Breezy. And
Can we rent a
hey,
room?
hey, kid, can we rent a room, for us, like a VIP section, we can bang some chicks. I was just like, nigga,
You know
who the fuck do you
bro,
think
rest in peace. You know who the security guard of that party was?
Hector
One arm Hector. Hector is boop, boop, disarmed.
God damn that kid.
Love you, Hector.
that motherfucker.
Rest in peace,
Hey,
bro.
Hell
Rest
yeah.
in peace, man.
Big shout out to One Arm.
Yo, so all right,
Hashtag One Arm.
let's talk about. All right, we talked about Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis.
The bottom line is Lewis is a dope DJ.
All right, let's talk about GorD. We got fucking GorD here.
GorD's in the house, bro. Let's talk about GorD.
Goddamn fucking GorD.
All right, wait, hold up. I gotta pee before I talk about GorD.
All right, so we're gonna go into a
Vanessa!
small break pee moment.
I'm gonna pee. Be right back.
If anybody's got to pee right now, this is the moment to go ahead and
Because I
go
have
pee.
so much talk, the shit about GorD. It's incredible.
So yeah, let's jump onto that
Love you,
pee
GorD.
break for.
Espérate.
Oye, y dile a Vanessa que me trae un pedacito de carnecita que pinga.
Vanessa, trae carne.
So yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna go talk about.
I'm gonna talk
GorD.
about everybody, bro. Fuck it.
We're gonna give our insights to GorD.
All right.
There's some good and there's some bad.
No. It's all bad.
It's all bad. Oh shit.
You told me to traer carne.
Oh.
Para plate of food.
Hey, let's give it up for Vanessa and the trinkets. Epa, a ver, mira. Esta
Chorizo
espérate.
paisa.
This shit looks like gato muerto.
Gato muerto. It's chorizo paisa. I just cut it weird. It's really good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Panos. Wait. Got one más. Let me take that big one.
You should have told me I would have heated it up.
No, fuck
Cold
that.
already.
It's cold. Perfect.
Funny. Oh, I put my headset on. Damn it, I need a napkin now. Right here. Oh, recycle Panos.
Oh yeah. How do you like that little background? It's one of those royalty-free beats.
It sounds like a porn.
It sounds so fucking. It's called what is it called? It's
Sounds
like
like a porn.
funky something.
Funky. They can hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They hear that. They hear all that shit.
Hey, I'm a
Oh yeah. Well,
What's
I
up?
can't do that. Yeah, my iPad went
Multitasking.
dead and shit.
Multitasking. We should have charged it.
What
I
were
wish you
some
guys
of the
could hear
wait?
the music.
While we're here waiting for fucking Panos and his long ass pee. Tell me, wait. As a matter of fact, you see the first button?
This one?
No.
No? Put it low. Oh.
All right, ahora sí. Let's go ahead and really quickly jump into the old DJ company names. I'm gonna throw one out. One from back in the day. Let's talk about back in the day DJ names. You know, the company names. Sounds of Destiny DJs. Fucking, that was one of my favorite DJ groups. Sounds of Destiny DJs.
You're taking so.
If anybody remembers, I'm sure I got a few people in here that remember. They were back in the day. Rhythm 98. Once again, a reason why I became a DJ, because I wanted to, you know, drop those mega mixes that these guys made. Sounds of Destiny. If I recall, that was Raymond Hernandez, and let me go back to that.
Back to the porn music.
Oh no! Alright, come on.
They stopped.
Royalty free. Come back. Ahí está. So, Quixotic. That's right.
Majestic.
Quixotic
Midnight
DJs.
Fantasy.
Let's tell the story about Quixotic DJs. That was myself and DJ Aramis. Aramis today has become a huge nightclub.
Yeah.
Kind of like a guy who, you know, lots of great businesses. He owns Miami Sound.
Yeah.
And he owned Grand Central, which was
Cool.
one of my favorite places to go
I
to.
know. I like
But
that.
Aramis was my DJ partner since, I'm talking about the beginning, since like the 11-year-old situation. That we were back in the day.
Wow.
We had that
Yeah, you guys all go way back.
yeah,
which is
pyramid
cool.
mixer. The shit from Radio Shack. You know, we blew up every speaker we ever had. All that good shit. And the name of Quixotic came from Don Quixote. Quixotic.
He's Quixote.
Don Quixote, which, by the way, to this day, this is Quixotic in the house, the Don Quixote. Para que sepa,
That's what
mi
that means.
gente.
Oh, you see? It means
Quixotic
something.
DJs.
I never understood that.
It was
Now
basically
I know.
being Quixotic, which was what Don Quixote was when you were a little insane but romantic at the same time, because he followed the windmills because he was protecting a woman from windmills because he thought they were giants that were attacking this.
The city,
Well, this chick.
town. Oh,
It's
the
always
woman.
about a woman. It's always about a woman and a guy who's too liquored up. So, Don Quixote. That's the story behind that. And we got Party Player DJs. That's from Jammin' Johnny.
Yes.
Yes.
I know them. I hired them for my 15th.
Midnight Fantasy. That sounds like a porn.
Party
Majestic
players? Was it party
DJs.
players?
GorD, you were Majestic, right? Majestic DJs. I remember we tried to battle you guys, but goddamn, these motherfuckers had equipment to begin with. Plus, they had GorD, which I'm not gonna
Talent.
tell. I'm not gonna say anything because we're gonna junk on GorD next.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna lose followers.
We
You're
already
down
lost
to
a few-
10.
We're down to 10
What
already.
the hell?
It's.
You gotta say positive things. What happened to the positive vibes?
That happened. That's,
Who
because,
else here
that's
earlier?
all because Panos went to the bathroom.
Went down the drain. I went down the drain literally.
Literally.
While he was in the bathroom.
So yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I could Kuna Matata.
If you had hair, that feels amazing.
No, you know, when you're bald, even
Yeah.
better. Yeah, there's nothing
I love
getting in the
that.
way.
And you know what you can do with that too? You can multitask.
Oh, yeah.
You can use that on your back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. A ver, coño, Pano está back.
Still with the porn music.
Oh, was that the porn music going?
And
So
yeah,
funny.
and by the way, we were all a part of Nightlife DJs.
Nightlife DJs.
Nightlife DJs, we had some fucking parties. I'll tell you one thing that never failed at a Nightlife party. DJ Panic would help set up, but he was never there for the teardown.
Never.
That motherfucker would dip
Do the
hard.
beer.
He would leave.
He
He
still
would
does
leave
that.
us. He would leave us with all the teardown.
He still
We would all
does
be
that.
like, "Where's Panic?" Oh, he's gone.
Hour away.
He only likes hard work when it's fun.
I was faking it till I made it.
Yeah.
Bye. See you soon again.
All right. Thank you again for the goodies. Brought to you by
Thank you, Vanessa.
Party
back.
Party Pack.
Woo.
Party back in the
Wait,
house.
push my shirt.
All right. So word coming back. So make sure you
Salchichas.
share, like, repost, watch party, do whatever you can. Give us a lot of those thumbs up and hearts and everything so that we can get this thing going to that next level. This is show number 3, and it's all DJ edition. Even though we're talking about a little bit of everything.
Oh shit! Soltek Studios.
Yeah, Soltek Studios.
Dude.
Holy fuck!
Lewis brought it back. 575
575 in the house.
Yo, so when we were, dude, I have to get my fucking package from the Winter Music Conference.
Bring it.
Bro, I'll be right back.
Bring it.
That is dope.
All right, hurry up, bitch.
I'm no right now.
All right, really quickly, if you could share the event and write a post and share and just write, we talking shit about GorD next.
Holy shit, bro. This is crazy.
That's right, GorD.
We're going to talk about GorD in a second.
Oh, yeah, either I was hungry, but those little fucking...
Oh, my, you ate the whole fucking plate?
Yeah, man. It was, fuck you, bro.
I don't con pollo.
So, yeah, man. So, we all going back to a long, long time ago.
All right, guys. Check this out.
3 stairs and an elevator. Wait. What's going on with 3 stairs? Oh, shit. Night Beat. Alex Lopez knows a lot of shit. This boy's been... He's another way back in the way back.
Where's
days.
Tito Puente Jr., bro? Hashtag him.
Hashtag Tito Puente Jr. Show.
Right now. Right now. Tito Puente Jr.
Mira este come mierda.
Come pinga. No, I'm just kidding.
He always had that ponytail. That kid was crazy back in the day.
Tito Puente Jr., bro.
Listen, this kid, if he would ever show up somewhere, you'd be like, oh, esta party is going to get fucking insane and the cops will be here soon. Like, shit's going to get insane.
You remember when artists used to make these things, bro?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Look at this.
Cynthia.
Thief of Hearts.
Coño, man. And the thing about all these is that they're from the back in the day.
No, those things are like way
Those are ancient. I don't keep any of that stuff. All my ex-girlfriends have burnt my stuff.
Let's check this out. Just out of
Coño,
some stupid shit. Right mira, this is where me and Hans used to DJ.
Oh, Amnesia. And they had the phone parties there. Remember that?
Insane.
Holy shit. And Pacha. South Beach.
Dude,
Cream, South Beach. Let me see that one.
God damn.
That was at your house, motherfucker.
Look at what.
Look at DJ Noise. Fucking
look at Noise.
La Teja and the mustache. Look at that kid. That was at the lower VIP section of the house where we used to throw our house parties.
Shit, bro.
God damn, bro. That's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Look at DJ Lewis when we invited him to Amnesia.
Oh, yeah?
This is Amnesia.
Oh, damn. Was that
DJ
Amnesia or
Lewis.
Pacha? I think that was Pacha.
Oh, Pacha.
That was at Pacha.
DJ Lewis in the house at Pacha, bro.
I know it's Pacha because you had to fucking run from one side to the other and jump over like a thing like it was Pitfall.
Bro,
you remember?
I'm embarrassed to show this.
No, please, bro. Do it.
I can't, bro.
Do it, bro. Just fucking don't hold back. DJ Panos doing the fucking...
The artist. The artist. Oh, dude, check this out. DJ Hans. Oh, my God, bro. DJ Hans with hair. Drunk. With the... Wait.
What was going on with my head?
I don't know.
That was like a card. A playing card or something.
Mira pa esto, man.
Mira eso. Oh, no. Where the fuck was that? God damn, Panos.
Look at that, bro. Oh, shit.
Everybody.
Look at Hans. This is at Pacha or Amnesia?
You know, as a matter... Oh, speaking of those days...
Damn, Hans with hair, bro. That's insane.
Was that at Rush Street? No, I didn't have hair by then.
They didn't have hair. Fucking
no,
Rush Look at DJ Noise. I don't remember from where, bro, but that's an old-ass picture.
And you know what's funny? We were talking about...
He was like 20 years old here.
You remember we were talking about the clothing we would wear, the bike shorts?
Look at these flyers, bro.
Holy shit.
455 Ocean
Right. Before we lose people. Let's jump onto the fucking GorD shit show.
All right, let's do it, bro.
We're going to shit on GorD.
All right.
We gonna shit.
Who's gonna start?
Oh, what's up to Laviette? What's up, my girl?
Oh, and just really quickly.
And Mr. LaRock Padilla.
3 turntables. What?
Yeah, Bruno's like, he loves the brick.
No, the brick.
Oh, shit. Bruh.
I got shit
You
on
know,
here.
can I just say
All
this?
day, bro.
We've gone through some fucking ups and downs and memories that I don't give a fuck what Corona or any of this does. It can never take away the way that we knew life as we partied it then.
Dude,
and
insane.
you know, even if we never come back from this, it'll never take that shit away. The memories that we will fucking just leave behind are
dude.
insane. It's like, dude, if we as kids had a good time, it's we had the fucking craziest times. Insane. I mean, I'm talking about the best parties, the house parties. You know, you don't have a house party anymore.
Yeah, you do, but it ain't the
but
same.
no, listen. It was like this. This is how it went down. If you weren't from Miami, or if you're too young and you're here by mistake, you would be driving and somebody would call you, or you would call somebody, or you would beep somebody, and you would
Beep
get
somebody.
an address to a party. Or somebody would tell you, and by the way, everybody was good at remembering
Imagine that.
addresses. They'll be like, there's a party on 107th and 93rd Court. And be like, what? 97th? Okay, hold on, we're going to stop and get
Lovin'
some
is
beer.
in the house. Holy
Yeah.
crap, damn,
Love it.
Lovin'.
What's up? And, you know, that's how it went down. You remember the time that they gave us a party up in Old Cutler, like in the beach, in the ocean of, like, that Old Cutler area, Coral Gables? Panos and I drove
Forever.
and we never found a fucking party. We actually found other people looking for this party,
Yeah.
and we made a party in the street because we were like, "Fuck this, we're not gonna find it." And by the
No,
time we were done,
man.
the cops showed up and they were like, "No, what are you guys fucking doing here?" And we're like, "Oh, we were looking for a party." And
then strangely,
and then the party was like down the fucking block over on the other side, and then we drove to it, and it was all-
strangely, that same night we met a guy that was multi-millionaire kid, and we went in his limo. Do you remember that?
holy shit.
And we fucking rode around with this guy. We didn't even know the guy, man. And we went around in his limo all night, and he was buying all kinds of shit.
Damn, no, I don't know if it was the
Weird,
same
dude.
night. I don't know if that was the same night, but you
don't
might be
remember.
mixing nights up. But that shit, I mean,
But it
those
was
are the
fun.
things that would happen back then, and you would run into more friends and more parties, and
Yeah.
then the parties would get broken up by some gang member that
Yeah.
would, shoot out or whatever. But the parties would go on. That was just the norm.
Yeah.
That was the shit, some Latin king or some disciple or whatever fucking guy.
Burrow Boys.
Yeah, Burrow Boy. It was always like that. But I'll tell you like this: incredible fucking times. That's when you were a DJ who had to hustle because you had to have friends carry your records. You had to have friends to help
Yep.
you with the fucking speakers. You had to have friends with cars, and shit like that. That's why we knew Noise, because he was really old and he had a car.
No, Noise is like fucking
50 something now.
I think he must be
53.
like 52, 53.
Yeah,
Yeah, more or less.
we don't hang out with him that much now because he lives in Key West,
No, he lives far as fuck, man.
somewhere
That ain't
in Isla
moved.
Morada or some shit like that.
I think it's like the first city right
Boca
before
Chica.
the Keys.
Fucking Noise.
Anyway, let's
All
talk
right.
about GorD.
GorD.
All right. I'm going to tell you, I don't remember the day I met GorD. I just can't, it was probably a Garden 8 or something.
Wait, before I met GorD, he was a myth. He was like a fucking unicorn because I had never met him, but I would hear stories about this fucking kid who would be scratching like a beast,
Right.
and that he would then fucking put on handcuffs on his back,
Oh, boy.
and the motherfucker would keep scratching with handcuffs. I'm talking. Listen, it sounds maybe silly now,
But it was real.
Back in that time,
It was real. I don't
you
think
were just
people try to
scratching.
do
You were
that.
just scratching cool and shit, and maybe doing some little under the leg trick and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But then GorD would come in and do the fucking handcuff trick, and maybe I don't know what to tell you, but it was amazing back then.
And
And it's shit that we've all evolved from that. But
hey, I'd love to put on a pair of handcuffs.
yeah,
right
but
now.
you're on a different level. You're fucking nipping. But GorD would cut and scratch, and listen, those needles would never fucking skip on that motherfucker.
Yeah, he was good.
I
was
only
good.
knew 2 guys, actually 3 guys, that would fucking cut that hard and that fast, and the needles would barely ever take a skip. And that was DJ Magic Mike,
Yep.
GorD,
Yeah.
and then a little bit later, Craze.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that motherfucker too.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about Craze.
But I'm going to tell you something. How I met GorD is, I don't even remember, bro.
I remember
I love
the first
GorD,
time
though.
I saw GorD. DJing somewhere was at
think
Garden 8.
We were at a battle at Garden 8.
Yeah, and the Majestic showed up with a bunch of speakers. Like, it was never-ending group of people bringing more speakers, and they did it in front of the actual area where they played, where they had the video games. And stuff like that, right outside.
And BPM Music Records by Eddie Mix was in the same mall. I think that's how it all was happening. No. My bad.
You fucked that one up. He was in the Town and Country. I mean, International Mall on the outside area where they have he had the BPM store, and then afterwards he moved it over to another area where you sold the mirror techniques.
Was Eddie Mix's store ever in Garden 8?
Never. Actually, who had a record store and a DJ store there was Raymond Hernandez.
Okay,
and that was later. So,
but anyway, GorD, I love you, GorD. You are, bro. Check this out, GorD. When I used to watch you scratch, because I can't scratch worth a shit till today.
Yeah,
I'm that basic scratcher, like boom, da, and then I'll be like ba.
And not even that. The nigga's gotten so old he can't even scratch anymore.
No.
Not even that.
But I can still, basic cuts.
He's lost all his rhythm.
But GorD's been like, I was like, holy shit.
Dude. It was just like the fingers were. It was like never is like his hands would become a blur, and that was insane shit. And he would jump from record to record to ideas, and his battles were amazing. I saw many of his battles at the skating,
the Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, dude.
And then I saw him in person, and I heard shit about him like being this badass DJ.
But then he heard us.
Oh, and
you know what he did, right? He's like, "Hey, old Panos, hey, Hans, do you want to be part of nightlife?
You want to be a part? Yeah." we were those other kids that we came from nowhere. Like I came from California. And Panic came from New York, so we were like the other side of the other thing. But back to GorD. So GorD is an amazing fucking DJ. He's got the skills. He's never lost the skills. He's still to this day an amazing DJ. I will then say what I don't like about GorD's mixing.
Oh,
boom, boom, boom,
are we gonna
boom.
do that, bro?
He will ride two songs together eternally.
I know why.
Why I get that they stay on beat and then
they're on beat
and then the whole thing but then he will let it keep riding, and when I would have just said it's done, that motherfucker will bring it back and or keep it going, and I'll be like, all right, motherfucker, I know you can mix on beat. It's like, are you trying to tell us that you could keep it on beat forever? So that's my GorD.
That's your GorD.
That's
flaw.
my GorD flaw. Yeah, the GorD flaw. Like,
my GorD flaw is that I can't even say it. Should I say it?
Say it.
All right. My GorD flaw is that we smoked some weed together one day.
Oh, but that has nothing to do with mixing. That's got nothing to do with
DJ. Up for 3 days, bro.
He got one of those laced up joints.
I was like,
see, that's why Panos has never ever done drugs, because he did that one day.
Bro, that one day.
After that day, the only thing he ever did was he took a fucking piece of acid with me. And it was a quarter of a quarter, and he saw fucking George Bush's wife selling us cookies. Yeah. And when you see
GorD,
that,
dude, GorD got me off of drugs, right, straight up, bro. Like once I smoked that shit, it was done.
See, but you should speak to GorD now. He's a fucking connoisseur of sorts.
I can't. No.
This kid understands now the fucking legitimacy of fucking.
It wasn't laced. I don't know.
It was laced, motherfucker.
I just smoked that shit. I was fucked up for 3 days.
Listen, it was cool.
And it was insane.
For 3 days, that motherfucker was just sitting in his room, staring at the fucking floor. It was just like he was lost in another world.
It was crazy, dude.
Hey, what's up to DJ Peter in the house?
DJ Peter in the house.
He said it was just good ass weed.
It was probably good ass weed, bro. Oh, it was a long time ago.
It was during the times of Caroline days, man. The Caroline days.
Hey, I got a cool story about the Carillon.
Go for it. Go for it.
Right.
Okay, by the way, everybody, if you don't know the Carillon Hotel was on 71st and Collins, right where the Publix is still to this day. And Carillon is still there now, but Carillon has gone through some changes. If we had Rigo here, he'd tell you the whole fucking story.
Yeah.
Maybe too far in, but he knows everything about every fucking landmark ever existing in Florida. But Carillon was a hotel where
Alex?
we fucking partied. And we threw parties, inside our room.
Oh, dude.
We would rent a room in the fucking 20-something floor.
There.
And you would go up the elevator,
Yep.
and it would start like... Boom, 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 boom. And by the time the fucking door would open, it was a fucking nightclub on that floor. What hotel in the motherfucking world allowed such a fucking crazy party and allowed it for... weeks and months?
We owned that shit.
It was, we played football in the fucking lobby.
We owned this whole entire hotel, man. We owned this place.
And sadly, the place went down. It got shut down. It was going to hell to begin with.
And now it's a multi-million-dollar
hotel. Yeah, it's still a hotel,
no,
but
it's not a hotel anymore. It's like a condo, bro.
Oh, shit.
If you own a fucking place there, it's multi-million.
And for a while, I think the FBI or something were using it for tactical training, like to figure out how to take
now
people out of hotel situations and
it's
shit
so
like that.
different now, man.
So so that's what's going on with that.
So the quick story about the Carillon is we're a group of like 10 DJs, all DJing at the same club. I don't know why, but we were all there that night, and Rigo was the promoter, right?
Yeah.
So Rigo was the promoter.
Rigo and the Mouse.
Rigo and the Mouse. So we're all there, and
actually, Rigo was just a connection to the hotel. He was the guy who knew.
So it was the Mouse party.
Yeah, it was a Mouse party.
All right, so we're all sitting
downstairs,
and all the DJs are playing and going, doing their thing. Everybody had like half an hour each.
Yeah, we were a bunch of DJs.
Bunch of us, man.
All of us. The whole nightlife crew.
The whole nightlife crew.
We're talking about Frank Lips, that other guy. I forgot his other name. GorD, obviously. Myself, you. Even my cousin Aramis showed up.
Crazy, man. Crazy. But so all of a sudden, we're all up in the bedroom, in the hotel rooms on our floor.
Passing a joint,
drinking beer. And
everybody's
like looking at each other, and we're all having a great time talking shit. And then all of a sudden, it became
obvious to all of us.
It became obvious, and we're like,
if you're here, you're here.
Who's DJing right now? Bro, every DJ was in that room talking shit, drinking and smoking.
It became a thing where everybody kept going up to the room because the party was more fun actually upstairs in the room than the actual club. So everybody slowly kept going up and not coming back down. So people that were supposed to be DJing were not coming down to do their part. And, it was a thing. We all had records already down there and everything. And we all went fucking down there hauling ass and to find the
Rigo.
Mouse. No, it was the Mouse.
We found the promoter DJ.
The promoter who never fucking touched the turntable. He's like, where the fuck were you all?
That was a good story, man. That was a good night. That was a
really fucking good night.
All right, let's touch up on some stuff, bro.
All right, what are we talking about? Oh, I want to talk about CRAZE.
Yes.
So CRAZE, if you know, who the fuck doesn't know CRAZE? Most battle-winning DJ of the DMC championships.
I remember that.
The guy, sponsored by, I believe, maybe Vastex, I don't know, whatever, he's under that, I forgot what label. I'm not going to go all over
DJ
that
CRAZE,
shit.
bro.
It's fucking DJ CRAZE.
Yeah.
Nicaraguense, little motherfucker, lived in Sweetwater. Right now drives a Tesla. They gave him a fucking Tesla as a gift. That's fucking sweet. That was nice. But this guy didn't just become crazed from one day to the next. Actually, I personally was involved in seeing CRAZE get shut down at a DJ battle by guys that suck, just generally suck. guys that went off to maybe DJ at Power 96 for a little bit, and maybe did a couple of years here or there from this winning of the battle. Mm-hmm. This is at Guitar Center in Kendall Drive.
Oh damn!
Back in the day, they would hold these
the
DJ
battle
battles.
DJs, yeah.
And basically, CRAZE was a part of it. There was a breakbeat DJ. I'm trying to remember his name right now. I forgot his name. He was another one. He's a really great mixing DJ, producer too.
Icy.
No. He's a Miami guy, and I forgot his name. It'll come back to me. And there were a couple of the guys that, like I said, ended up in Power 96, that are not around anymore. And CRAZE. And basically this battle went on where all these different DJs did a little scratching. That's
it?
and drop a song and you all know how to stop me. Go.
Everybody uses the same scratch.
And did the same fucking run around, and then basically
Zog. Was Zog one of them?
No, Zog wasn't even
Zog.
there yet.
I know Zog well.
Zog wasn't even there yet.
Yeah, I know Zog well. That wasn't one of them.
And Zog scratches nice,
Zog is a good DJ.
Here's the thing. DJ LAZ was one of the hosts, judges. I was a judge. And there's another guy from one of the Needles that was a judge, and there was a guy from Guitar Center, and it might have been Stanton or something. So we were all listening, and then CRAZE comes in. CRAZE is like fucking, he looked like a degenerate fucking guy who was going up there just to steal your turntables and leave kind of thing. He didn't look like he was coming in there to DJ. I remember that the guy just got up there, fucking took out the fucking needles and the tone arms, licking them, doing all this crazy shit, putting the turntable a little sideways, lifting it up, getting all this shit set up. I'm here going, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? And I had heard great DJs before, like this guy from Will Smith, whatever.
Will Smith.
Yeah, from...
DJ Jazzy
Jeff. Jazzy Jeff, thank you.
I'm like,
bad with remembering names. And you heard him doing battles, and you heard of other battle DJs do some crazy shit, the back and forth, like breaking beats down and shit like that. All that, even crabbing already and everything. Now, CRAZE had like a fucking 100 records. Practically half of them didn't have, covers or anything. And he just stacked them up. And he went ahead and he told a story on records from one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, scratching them all in, transforming them all in a certain crazy way, dropping the beats in, and then back at telling you basically what a piece of shit you are and how he's fucking better than you with words from every fucking hip-hop ever song. And you would hear Biz in there, you would hear Cool Mo D, you would hear fucking regular song, just everything. And everything made total sense. And then he went off on a tantrum of scratching It's Time to Clay D, Boot the Booty.
Boot the Booty.
But he then took it and played it at 45 and did the same scratch set at 45. So then he was basically like his arm were taking up the fucking whole record, and he was scratching and transforming and doing all that crabbing shit at 100 miles per hour. Now, how does that sound? It sounds like somebody went crazy and said, I'm going to play something really fast for no reason. Kind of like, he was trying to make a point. He was trying to let you know he is fucking way better than you. Yeah. He will not let a needle skip. He could scratch on any fucking BPM. He could tell a story on how he's way fucking better than you. And he did. And he did it to perfection. I'm talking about I was like this, but I was paying attention. Mm-hmm. Everybody else was just stuck on him playing the song at 45 and grabbing records and throwing them around. Kind of like they were watching the shit show behind the good show.
Yeah. They didn't realize what it was.
They weren't listening to what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I'm here going, this guy has just taken shit to another level.
Yeah.
I saw that day. I said, this guy is beyond. He's like an alien.
Mm-hmm.
He knows shit we don't know. And then some fucking guy comes in, a little fucking short kid, and he throws in some little scratches, simple scratches, and plays Esa Morena.
That's it. He won.
Oh, everybody fucking wailing on this kid. Oh, he's the champion.
Yeah.
And I just looked at, and I remember going up to Laz and I go, you guys just picked the wrong fucking winner.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry you just picked the wrong fucking winner because he played your fucking song. And I go, not for anything, but this guy just showed us that the skills that we all think we know, we don't know. That he's beyond a level. And dude, I'm so glad I was right. Because after that, a year later, he disappeared with one of your turntables.
Yeah.
And he took a bunch of your records and my
Yeah.
records, and he disappeared. He fucking disappeared. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Well, he was in his room, basically playing with one of his and one of Panos' turntables.
Yeah.
Practicing his shit. And I told him the story about that, you know, one time over at Piccadilly or one of those places back in the day. And he's like, he doesn't even remember that shit. But I remember it because I remember that the turntable was fucking lost for a while. And we were like, and then we even asked him, hey, dude, where are the records? And he still probably has them. And this kid took himself to the DMC championship.
I'm glad that he took it. I'm glad he deserved it.
He took it to the DMC and he won. And not only won it, but then he took it to the DMC again and won again and won again and won again. I think he won like up to 5 times or some shit like that.
Yo,
where
let's give it up, bro.
Yeah, one time for listen.
DJ CRAZE, bro.
That motherfucker was ahead of his time. He's still ahead of his time. He's sometimes to a level where you are kind of like you wonder where his head is at because sometimes he gets a little bit way too ahead of himself. Like I heard him do a set. This is where I say shit gets strange. And, you know, I saw him do a set in a place where maybe strange is cool. You know, one of those Aramis spots.
Yeah.
And he did some instrumental-ish, weird songs. And he never scratched through the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, because
he was just... I guess he's like fucking like, I could mix, you know. I could do this too.
Yeah.
And it was a great set. It was melodic. It was vibey. It was different. And I said to myself, I didn't come here for that.
Yeah.
But I'm not bothered by it. It was cool. I'm glad I'm glad I listened to it. Now I know he does something else beyond just scratching and everything. Was I disappointed? I was a bit disappointed because I wanted to hear all that.
DJ CRAZE.
Yeah, it's crazy. When you're selling bubble gum, don't fucking bring, you know, but
don't bring Yuka.
But he still brought a show. It's different. It was, and you know, he's a part of Miami Music, which is Aramis's label and stuff like that. And, you know, it's one of the reasons why those guys allow you to be above and different. Yeah. And they let you fucking throw your bad ideas or good ideas. They let you get creative, which I think that's awesome. You know? Yes. And how are you going to get better at something if you're not maybe allowed to? Or they don't know, like, do what you do, CRAZE. You know, it's like a stripper. Show your titties already. You know, it's like, hey, but wait, I can really dance good too. You know, it's like, no, just show your titties. You know, that's not sometimes what you want. So, you know, on that note,
DJ CRAZE, man, you're the
fucking
man.
Shit, bro. Fucking shit. Love you, CRAZE.
And it's funny, dude. You know, there's some hot DJs out there, big time. DJ Roland MG.
Yeah,
bro. He used to hang out with Louis, me, and Hans, and we used to teach him how to DJ, bro. We used to teach him how to DJ. This is one of the biggest DJs at Space. This is one of the
that just shows you that everybody comes from somewhere.
From somewhere, bro. And I love you, Roland. Mad respect. But I remember that shit.
Yeah, no, and here's a DJ. Once again, what is it about Roland that gives people, you know, his likability? You know, the whole thing. What is it? What is it? What do you think it is?
Roland?
Yeah. What do you think makes Roland great?
I think what makes Roland great is the trip you go on. Like
he puts you through the proper journey. Here's the thing I know about Roland, and if you don't know this kind of DJ, you should maybe follow this kind of DJ. He is the kind of guy who he fits the guy who would, let's say, you know, at Space where he was, if the DJ that they hired to kill it didn't kill it. Roland was gonna be there to fucking take over and bring people back to what they want, what they need, what they came for.
Yeah,
that guy could do a whole night any night, and you know they were gonna be happy with him. But yes, you got to bring in this huge name or something, and sometimes these huge names don't connect, and you know shit like that. And then he would be up next, you know, maybe an hour earlier or something to fucking fix the mistake kind of situation. I heard Roland many a times,
millions,
you know, and there, no, and one of the things that I always loved was the understanding that he had of right timing, the right music, at how to open and how to close, because he could open it and close it and do both, and he would give you new music. He would take you to back in the day music. He doesn't have a problem with taking chances. He doesn't have a problem with reading the crowd and saying they're not digging this that I want to give them. Let me go in this direction a little more. And I find that to be very genuine, you know, where like the guy is grounded to the people. And if
he's a good DJ, man.
And a hell of a good guy. A great
good
guy altogether. You know, I finally really got to know him through Stash.
Yeah.
And, you know, because I knew him from back then, and we always knew him,
but he used to,
but
like,
then, and
crazy.
the funny thing is that I would see, I remember watching or seeing something that would say, you know, Roland at Space, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like, this is the nigga we used to know. You know, that wasn't that, not saying that you weren't good, but
he didn't.
I didn't know you to be the guy who would be the guy.
Exactly. It's like teacher,
you,
student.
Yeah, or in general, the
you
guy
went up, bro. You went up.
You took it to that level. You found the right situation. You found the right groups of people. You marketed yourself properly. You know, I'm not gonna give you, you know, like credit when it comes to production. I don't think you've taken that as seriously. I don't know, maybe why.
Because he's into other things.
I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but in production, I never heard too much of his production either. Yeah. So I can't really speak and speak negatively.
But he's jammed some clubs.
But
bro.
yeah, and I do know a couple of Roland tracks that were really good that he would play at Space that were his. So those were good. But I think that's where the artist and DJ part, that maybe people expect more production. He didn't come through with the production part as heavy as other people like, you know, Oscar, you know, who brings the production into it and stuff like that. And yet they're both just as high quality DJs in that sense, you know. And in my sense, a lot of parties together, I try to get into production. It's a hit or miss, and mostly a miss in my end. I don't have that knack. That next level feeling that I'm like, man, I would love to, and I create in my head. I get out of the shower with the best nightclub fucking hits.
Yeah, but I know what the problem is with that.
You know,
it's all follow through and time, man. It's all
sometimes it is. It takes a lot of time, dedication. It takes time, you know, to put it together, and it eats you up because it's very powerful when you create tracks and you want to really put something out there. Yeah, you got to put time. You can't just throw it out there. Man. Yeah, you can't.
And on a real quick level, speaking about, check this out, bro. Me and Hans went to Winter Music Conference.
Yeah.
In
that was our first.
83, 82, 83. DMC was just founded in that year, bro.
It was a new thing, and we went because we had heard that in the DMC meetings, there were no parties back then. If there was a party, it was maybe 3 or 4 parties. It wasn't about the parties. It wasn't Winter Music Conference was not a party thing.
No.
As a matter of fact, at the end,
it was real music meetings.
It was just music meetings.
Yep.
For people that were serious about production, about nightclubs, about where music was going in a general sense. And I remember that the first year we went, they said, and I'm going to quote that.
Oh my God, I remember this.
They said, freestyle music
is dead.
And
it happened.
And it wasn't dead when they said it, but it died the day that we left conference. If you want to know where power comes from,
with the music conference,
God, it was, and they said, and then not only did they say where it was going, they said how it was going to be alternated.
Yes.
And they said there's gonna be rapping with singing.
Yes.
And this is gonna be the big new thing. And CNC Music Factory and all these other groups started coming in with rapping and singing, and it was like, motherfuckers knew something. Obviously, they were.
It's like the mafia of music.
They knew this shit.
Whatever they want to happen happens, and I will never forget that.
Then this lady came up to
Freestyle died.
Panos and changed his world. She said, "I'm black magic.
I'm black magic, bro." And it was house music in a jive kind of way, and I was like,
"What?"
Whoa.
Well, just so you know, after a winter music conference a week.
What was her name though? Black Magic.
Black Magic.
Her name was Black Magic.
But the whole story to that is that afterwards we went to a volleyball game on South Point.
Oh damn, that was cool.
There was no DJ, by the way. It was just a volleyball game.
Yeah.
And you had people like Little Louis Vega.
Oh,
you
man,
had
that was awesome.
What was it? Chip Chop Nunez, kind of.
Yes, at the attic block.
There was no, and maybe there was a Carl Cox in there, but I don't remember.
No, I'm gonna tell you who it was. Little Louis Vega, India.
Tony Moran and this guy, they
Latin
were
Rascals.
there. They must have been mad.
All kinds of people, man. Everybody was there, and it was insane. And they just called it out like that, like freestyle's done.
Yeah, and then after that, conference started becoming a thing where you had more house parties.
Yes, actually.
I mean, I'm sorry, I said house party. I'm thinking house music.
House music.
Hotels started throwing the little parties here, chic things in South Beach.
Yes.
A little one here and there, and you had to show up with a badge. It wasn't
Yes.
about anything else. The badge meant get the fuck in here. You're a fucking badass.
What was the name of the DJ, bro, that you and I DJ'd with on a fucking pool top at the Winter Music Conference?
Yeah, that he used my
He used the controller, controller.
Well, he used my mixer, my Yuri.
Bro, I could have sworn it was Tiesto, but it wasn't.
No. As a matter of fact, Lewis recorded his set that day.
What was his name,
Come on,
bro?
Lewis, help us out. What was his name? It started with an M.
Some crazy dude, bro.
And he had that song that had that repetitive fucking sound. Come on.
Lewis is leaving. All right.
Come on.
Anyway, the dude was
Yeah, it was way before Ultra Gordy.
Crazy, dude. It was crazy. And the guy was smoking weed the whole fucking time.
And
it was like DJing.
And he was using my filters. I had that Apex filter control.
Crazy, dude.
My shit was fucking bad. Actually, guys, I had a bad fucking setup on an SKB case. And it was all... Everybody wanted knobs back then. Nobody cared about a fucking fader. So, by the way, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be cutting off. Because
yes, sir.
Everybody's got shit to do tomorrow. I got some real estate shit to be doing tomorrow morning.
I got shit to do. Yo, guys.
We got a hurricane coming.
We got a hurricane coming, too, man. Yo, I like to thank everybody for coming out. DJ Hans Shit Show. Make sure you join the group, man. It's DJ Hans Shit Show group. Because we're trying to do like...
And when in there, I'm going to start sending out the links, so then you can join the YouTube. We're going to be on Twitch also. They don't let us do shit on the word, so it's going to be the DJ Hans Show.
The Shit Show.
They took away the word shit from my shit show.
We might...
and it's going to be on Facebook, like always, and you know it's going to stick around. But...
Lorenzo LaRock, god damn. Home having... Damn.
So, well, once again... Shout out to everybody that showed
Panos.
up. Thank you so much, DJ Hans. Don't forget,
Hans.
like, share, repeat, share.
All right, let's do this.
And we'll catch you again next week. Turn it up. Yes. Once again.
We're trying to figure this shit out right
Follow
now.
for now.
All right, yo.
Body bits, hair, bits,
Peace it out. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
Share it. See you next week.